There we go. I actually muted myself. So can you imagine all the work? Man, hello, you lovely people. It's been too long. Wouldn't be a stream without at least one technical hiccup. At least one.
At least it started now and not like in the middle or anything like that, right? It's like quick little mute issue, no problem, easy to fix.
Right. So happy launch day, alpha launch day, everybody. It's me. I'm DrekkSama, and I'm joined with Nanman. Nanman, thank you so much for being here again. You're becoming a staple, and this is good. This is a good thing. This is a good thing.
More involved in things and doing cool stuff like this, like being here on the alpha launch day is like super exciting. Like I haven't dived too much into it. I know some people in the chat haven't dived too much into it, so we can all learn together and kind of figure out this game together.
Yes, absolutely, chat. And so, look, I'm so glad to have you guys here with us to try this out because, first of all, I don't know about you, Nanman. When was the last time you were in an alpha of anything? I honestly cannot remember the last time I was in an alpha.
I like betas. Yes, I can say I've been in some betas, done some of that. Like we've done some, I feel like maybe alpha launches on Steam, but I feel like that was like, oh, here's like a soft launch and then we're going to release the game. Not like a real alpha like this, where we're like, things aren't complete. We're testing things out. Like it feels really raw and really exciting.
Yeah. Essentially, like I've done betas, but not alphas. This is like a first time. I think I want to say first time or second time I'm doing an actual alpha where like literally the paint is still wet on the game. The game literally still has paint being, like assets aren't finished.
Yeah.
And so actually, you know what? If you've just joined us and you don't even know why you're here or what you're doing here and you saw this pop up, quick introduction. We are doing the alpha launch of Immortal Gates of Pyre. I know ESChamp has been primarily StarCraft 2. We've done it pretty much the entire existence of the org, but there are other RTSs starting to come onto the scene. This is an exciting time, and so new companies and most of these companies, I think all of the RTS companies have StarCraft people who are involved in some way, shape, and form. So there's going to be StarCraft influences. There was actually a number of like StarCraft mods who working on this game, who work on this game. They did like Starbow and Jack Attack is, if those of you know him from like the core, he's in a part of this project. And so there's a lot of StarCraft influence. So we're actually exploring this together. Nanman, you actually have not played this game at all. Yeah, I have. I've touched it
in that like pre-alpha stage. Pre-alpha, like your little fingers in there and dive into it a little bit. Yeah. I've watched the kind of initial videos that they've had, because even on the game itself, like it's like, oh, how to play and little mini games and like, so I've dived into that and watched the videos that explain at least the basics of what they're trying to do. It's more of like an intro to RTS though. They do a really good job of kind of diving in. Hey, here's how an RTS is played, and here's what you can expect when you play this game. But I've never played against a person. I've never like, I don't really know what any of the races do, what all the buttons do. So I'm coming in very raw in this. I'm really excited.
And so, you guys here are going to actually end up watching from his perspective as together we're going to go through it. I'm going to learn it because even it's been a bit since we touched it, but we're going to get to actually dive in, get our fingers into the game and learn through this game. What we're hoping to do, we're going to maybe do some solo games. We'll do some maybe if some people are playing, we'll maybe try to get a 1v1 once Nanman has got like some of the fundamentals down. We'll get like a 1v1 going. So maybe I'll see if we can dig up some games. And also I got some alpha keys to give out. I got some alpha keys to give out in the chat. If you're here watching, we'll find a way to give it out to you. So, stay tuned, get your buddies in here. Well, get everybody in here. Like, call your grandma, call your aunt, call your mom, call your dad, and be like, listen, Immortal Gates of Pyre is launching alpha, and you should come watch. So
check it out. New hot RTS just dropped. Take a look. Take a look.
Could you imagine 2022 new hot RTS? Could you be like,
crazy?
This is like a surreal situation.
It's starting something great is the way I view it as. Like, more and more RTSs are getting developed. Like, the scene is starting to get revitalized. People are going to be getting new eyes on it that might not have been around when StarCraft 2 launched and stuff. So it's going to be cool.
So we're going to jump into it very shortly, those of you who are excited to get in. But before we jump in, I want to ask from you, Nanman, what are you specifically hoping from this game? Like, knowing it's alpha, obviously it's alpha, but what are you hoping from this game to see?
So the hope is with alpha is it has enough core components of the game that it all makes enough sense that I understand it enough that I could pick it up and play it, no problem. And then people watching at home can see it and go, okay, this is a game that I can get behind. Where I know there's, like you talked about, there's some features that are not finished. They're still adding stuff. It's alpha, right? It's like, the paint is drying, but I want enough stuff that I can sink my teeth into and feel like this is a game that I can commit some time to and actually learn. So that, that's what I'm hoping for. It's got enough flushed out with the mechanics of it, units of it, how things work, that I feel like, okay, I have the desire to keep playing it.
And so what is it that you need to feel like you could play this game over StarCraft? Because like RTS, like StarCraft fans are a particular RTS people. We are like the kind, like, we don't just change for any game. We're like the Gulf of like RTS, of esports, because we're like, oh, your game doesn't have good turn rates. Sorry, we're not playing that. So, what is it that you need to be like, okay, I could see myself playing this game?
I think because I've played RTSs forever, like since I was.
Oh, so you play other RTS? You're you're multi RTS.
StarCraft is definitely my go-to RTS, right. But I've played, I played Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, Age of Empires 2. I've dabbled a little bit in Age of Empires 4, but StarCraft, like Brood War and StarCraft 2 is my bread and butter. So it's like, I like to dabble in other RTSs, but it's always coming back to StarCraft 2. So in my mind, when I'm picking this up as a fan of the RTS genre, I'm looking at, can I add this into the rotation of RTSs that I play? Because I'll play with different friends and stuff like that. Some like certain ones over others. Like my brother only plays Brood War. He doesn't like StarCraft 2. So really? Okay, if I want to play an RTS with him, I know I'm going to be playing Brood War. So it's like, in my eyes, who can I get to also latch onto this that can be in that rotation for me?
Yeah, but even like, let's say for StarCraft 2 or Brood War, there's usually things that people will say like they need in an RTS. Yes. Like some people like, I need it to be fast, or I need the artwork to look a certain way, or I need the controls to be smooth, right? Some people won't play Brood War
controls is definitely something that is they've smooth lined a lot of things between Brood War and StarCraft 2 with controls that are like, oh, just this like ease of playing, right? I know that I can tab through and do different things with units, and moving the armies around the map feels very smooth and easy, where in a game like Age of Empires 2, it feels a little bit more clunky. So, like, it just, there's if they're doing it in a certain way, it needs to feel unique to Immortal Gates of Pyre, right? If it's like, okay, your army movement is very unique, but it's because of the specific units that are in this game compared to StarCraft 2, right? StarCraft 2 is futuristic. Artwork for Immortal Gates of Pyre, like, you see these like big armored units, right? I don't know, but there's like, I haven't dived up enough into it to know, like, is this pure fantasy style? Is it more kind of like cyberpunk, like where is it kind of going? So that's what I'm excited to dive in and kind of see if the art and the flavor of the game matches up with the mechanics and the movement. That's a win in my book.
Okay, well, let's find out. You guys in the chat, let's hear it. Actually, I want to hear from you guys. What do you need from this game to feel like what do you need in an RTS to make it feel like you're okay to play it? Like, for example, I know people who won't play Age of the Empires 4. They refuse because it's just not fast enough. It's just not fast enough for them. Turn speeds are really slow. Games feels really slow. And so I know some people just will not play Age of the Empires 4. Some people think the game looks too. Some people won't play RTSs because they're too cartoony. If they're like maybe tooth and tail, some people won't play that game because it's just too cartoony, right? Some people want certain there's obviously fundamentals like hotkey systems that you need, and you need to have that. Like these are basics that you can't get wrong, but certain quality of life things certain people will not sacrifice without it. So, someone said A key. They need the A key.
That's a very fundamental thing about
66.
RTS.
The A key. The A key. What's insane about StarCraft 2 is just how polished and responsive it is. Going from it into another RTS feels clunky, which has killed a lot of other games for me. That's Seamus Allen. I know that feel. So that is, I think that's very common. I think that's a constant thing that many people come to is StarCraft, and StarCraft 2 has a advantage that it's been around so long because it took StarCraft 1, right? And it took Brood War, and they had a lot of time to shore that up before people were ready to judge, right? I didn't judge StarCraft 1. I didn't judge it.
Right.
Dragoons move like crap, but I didn't judge it. I was okay with Dragoons looking like poop and moving like they were, in trouble mentally.
It was just a feature of the game at that point, right? But now if that happens,
no way.
People go, no, this is broken. You can't you need to fix your game. There's no reason for a unit to move that way, right? But back then it was nope, that's just how the game works.
Stigard says, honestly, StarCraft 2 story is a huge part of getting me invested in the factions and rivalries. We talked about this recently, about the necessity for these kind of the storyline for getting people into a game. Campaign. Yeah. I am not campaign is not a thing for me that I have to I don't need campaign, but I know a lot of people do need campaign. I don't personally need campaign. I would even take a comic, a webcomic or good really good
short
cinematics. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'll take really good animation. I'm really okay with really good animation. But I do agree that storyline is kind of some sort of story to help watching Overwatch. When I watched the Overwatch shorts, I really started to get invested in the characters. So that was kind of important for me. I did something to help me attach onto the characters, and so that was kind of important. So these Immortals, can we talk maybe a little bit of? Do you know at least the fundamentals? Do you want to explain to the people at home the fundamentals of these Immortal and what kind of makes it what it is?
All right, so here's the rough newbie ideas that I have from watching a little bit of the videos. Now you can easily jump in and correct me if I'm wrong, but my mindset of how this game is different from other ones is there's these immortals or these heroes, godlike entities that you are picking as your part of your race, right? So there's your two factions, I guess. I believe there's going to be three, but right now in our alpha stage there's two factions. One that you can see up on the screen right now is this kind of more angelic metal type beings, right? That have these...
I call them the heaven Protosses.
That's a good way to look at it, right? The heavenly Protoss units,
the heavenly
right?
Protosses.
So by picking your specific immortal, your god, your hero, you're going to change the units that are in your army, because now you have two unique units to your army. You have unique abilities that you can cast, similar for anyone that played Age of Mythology back in the day. If you were a specific hero race, you would have abilities that your god could cast, right? Special spells. Right. I haven't dived into it. I don't know if there are a bunch of spellcasters in the game, but it feels almost like you as your race have this spellcaster ability that you can do based on what your immortal being is. And then there's like these tree witches essentially that remind me a little.
Witches.
That's the other race that it's like I've just seen snapshots or little videos, and I'm like, they kind of remind me of Brood War Zerg because of the creep, or Undead from Warcraft 3, just from the snapshots of what they look like.
But I call them like the tree Zerg. I call them the tree Zergs, or like the Avatar Zergs, you know, from the blue ones. Like, it's just very foresty, very nature based. I honestly did not get a chance to play a lot of them, and hopefully we'll go through all the races and we kind of like, you know, tangle around with them. But I did play the is it Quoth? Is the Quarth? Like, we're gonna brutalize. Why don't we just jump in and let's dive into some of this, and then we can pick up and learn together here with you guys here on stream.
So I do want to shout out real quick before we dive into it. Like, what's really nice about this is that they do have the mini games, they do have the how to play, which I mentioned there was a video that came out that was like, hey, here's how RTSs work. Essentially, it's specifically with Immortal Gates of Pyre. It goes, oh, you know, you want to be able to scout, you want to be able to attack, expand, defend, and basically here's the formula for an RTS for people that maybe have never played an RTS, or hey, how is this different? It's a great little video, so you guys can see that up here. So if you're new and you get into the alpha, check those out before you dive right into like the play solo or quick joins or anything like that. But
can you even like click, like if you click on it right, what does it look like? Is it just a YouTube video, or like what do we see when we?
That is a good question. Oh, and now my game's.
Did you kill the game?
Now that I might have killed the game. Oh, let's see.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Well, I'll talk while
you talk while I fix.
While you fix. All right. Well, you guys in the chat, let's read some of this stuff from the chat, and I'll see if I actually can get the chat here on stream so that we can all see what's going on, and that those of you who watch later will know. Oh, and we got Endersword in the chat with us. Good old Endersword. If you guys don't know, Endersword is always here, and he casts pro bots. He is like the caster of pro bots, the master of bots. You know, he and Andy Man have just finished our most recent season, and they just killed it. So good to see him in the chat. Who else is here? Samus Allen. Oh, Old Man Toast is here. Naturally, Mr. Toast. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm going to see if I can get the chat here into the stream so that those of you who don't get to see it will know what's happening. Right. Oh, did you get us a game?
Back in. So I wanted to check. So I clicked on the basics tab and it popped up a YouTube video, which with the way that we're screen capturing stuff, I don't think it would capture the extra YouTube video.
But I see.
That's the way they set it up. So we'll jump in and at least dive into the kind of play solo stuff and see if that's going to work out.
Let's play solo and make sure we're capturing the right screen. That's two. So that everyone, yeah. So. See, wouldn't be a stream without technical difficulty. Would not be the right kind of stream. All right, let's see if I can get a question here in the chat for the poll. Let's ask people in the chat a poll question. Which race? No, faction. Sorry, we're going to get used to all these new terms. So which faction do you like, or do you want to play? We're going to call it the Heavenly Protoss versus the Tree Zerg.
Mm-hmm.
So, Heavenly Protoss. And we're going to go against the Tree Zerg. The Tree Zergs. And there's another one coming, too. And also another thing, too, is the factions have the different immortals. And each immortal has different abilities and powers. And there's going to be a ton of them, too. There's going to be a ton of them. So there's going to be a poll, guys. It's going to pop up in a second. Vote which one you want. Heavenly Protoss versus the Tree Zergs. How are we looking on our capture? Were you able to? Oh,
so
you did capture
on
it. Sorry.
on my end, it's looking good.
You got it. Sorry.
Perfect.
It's fine. It's good.
It's fine. All right. Hey, we're launching the alpha. Little technical difficulties here and there. No big deal.
Oh, we could just say the stream itself is on alpha. Oh, for some reason I ended up making my screen too big. There we go. All right. So here you go. You have like this lock-in screen. Like you choose your different immortal. If you click on it, does it show like the there we go. So Orzoom. Got Orzoom here. This is my buddy. I like Orzoom. So Orzoom
like
here.
The kind of big beefy units.
Oh man, look at that sword. That sword is so legit. So it's the Quoth and the Aru. So Quoth is our heavenly Protoss, and the Aru is our Tree Zergs. And
yeah, look at that. Like
very Tree Zergy. So someone Job brought into the chat, this sounds like a nightmare to balance. If I understand this correctly, and this is how I interpreted it, is that it's using a very similar system as Age of the Empire, where the different immortals are the same, like their units are all the same, and essentially your immortal itself has the different abilities. So you would probably have to balance the abilities of the immortals rather than the individual. Like all the races use the same basic unit. I can't remember if any of the immortals get a specialty unit. Is that a specialty unit?
So we do see like initially like our big beefy boy here, big shield and stuff like that is going to be different for the faction. So our frontier guy, and then it looks like our force multiplier. I don't know. This guy's going to be a little bit different. So but like you said with Age of Empires 2, right? You have your castle that can produce a unique unit. So, but in the way that they're doing it is, hey, you pick your faction that you want. You've got your immortal that you're going to pick, and it will slightly tweak your units, but only 2 units will be changed.
You're right.
So like that's going to be interesting, and it might be a little bit harder to balance, but at the same time, you have so many unique units. But if we're saying, okay, well, you've only got a handful of units that you have to balance across, slight changes to here and there might not be too bad.
So Matt says like it sounds like Warcraft 3 hero units. So these it's a good point, but it's as we're going to see eventually too, is that these immortals aren't on the screen. So unlike Warcraft 3 where the actual like heroes are in the game, these these immortals just are kind of like StarCraft's co-op heroes where they're in the background and they do spells that change the ability of the game, and you do have to creep. So creeping is a thing because you have to collect pyre, and pyre is a part of how you build up the like the meter to do these abilities. So
like you can see like down here on the screen it says the abilities, like there's a list 5-6 different abilities that you can be able to do. It looks like you have a passive ability, but you've got like 5 that you can cast. And so if I scroll over one, you can kind of see a little clip of, oh, that's what this ability will do. And like you said, you need pyre in order to cast that ability. So there's
we're gonna lose. It's gonna lock in someone. 2 seconds.
All right, what do we got? We've Heavenly Protoss. Okay.
All right. Nope. You're locked on Tree Zergs.
I'm locked in. Guess we're trying out Tree Zergs first.
Tree Zergs first.
Guys.
Tree Zergs first.
We're going to try them all out, I'm sure, at some point.
Okay, so Endersword, it may end up like AoE 2, where players did not choose a set race like you do in StarCraft, but instead change based on the map and matchup and current meta. I think this is true. I think what you're going to end up seeing is that people are going to like even see up the lock-on screen. I wonder if we'll have what's it called again, like bans, like banning certain banning immortals from play, like a draft system. Like, could you imagine us having drafts where
that would be really, really cool, actually, to be able to be like, okay, it would force players to have to practice a little bit more and say, okay, well, I can play this specific race, but I need to be able to be good with multiple of these immortals.
That's what I'm saying.
My immortals gets banned.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can imagine players focusing on one faction, but you have a ban system of the different immortals where a tournament might say, like, you might do a draft system of, just kind of like how we strike maps. You'd strike maybe 2 immortals off of it, right? And Seamus says, I really love the idea of having variety within factions. You can be an Aru player and mastering the same basic mechanics, but still get to mix it up, different leaders from different time to time. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Nicodemus, we haven't given around the key. We're gonna give away we're gonna be giving some away in about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. We're gonna be giving out a key. So hang out. You don't have to do anything yet. I don't have a solution of how you're gonna get the key yet. I'm probably gonna pick it randomly. We do like a random thing. I think this bot will pick something for me, and I'll pick somebody in the chat. We'll figure something out. Oh, I love the idea of draft. So much variety in a tournament. Yes, Seamus, I'm totally thinking draft is a real possibility. You're a Magic player, so is there anything that like? It's obviously this is RTS and Magic's a little different, but like the idea of commanders and stuff like that. Just always, we talked about this on our talk not too long ago, but like, having commanders, is there anything that from Magic you feel like would maybe translate in even their tournament system that might translate into this?
Well, it's interesting because like even if you're doing like tournament version of Magic, and which actually like you have like sideboard aspects, right? So in a best of 3 or something like that, you can adjust and change your deck to better adapt to what your opponent's doing, but like because the factions, you can go, well, the factions are pretty similar, but maybe you go, oh, my opponent is very aggressive, so I need my faction to be better defensive, and one of those immortals might be a better defensive one, so you can switch it up. So it's almost like that in your best of 3 or something. You have your sideboard of going, well, I'm switching my faction.
Could you imagine that it might be that you lock in you lock in your immortals ahead of time, like you draft in like which immortals you're going to have, and then you like. Like you have let's assume in the game has like a whole bunch of immortals per faction, and then you strike 3 of them, and then you play the other ones in a certain order. Almost like
that would be cool.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see, what do we got here? Which one was this one? Is this Zul? Is this the Zul is the this one you chose?
Yes, I think so. I can't remember. Right. Like I'm so bad with names. Now, one thing to know is pretty much at the beginning I was just running around exploring, and I've like had my hands off the keyboard, and you can see it's like building stuff for me. It's
auto building.
It has an auto build feature.
Auto building,
guys.
Auto building.
What?
I don't know how I feel about that. Like I think it's cool because I think it allows people to get in very easy. I just don't know how I feel about auto building. Is that auto build? Is that auto building units? Did you just click on it?
It's there's a little feature here that's just show when games start, so it can be like, hey, how do you want to auto build? And I think it might specifically be a macro forgiver.
A macro forgiver.
If your resources have gotten too high, hey, this will go off in the background. So if you're busy,
it's gonna forgive you. Oh yeah, you're right.
I think that's how it is, because I just sat there and let it go, and it's doing this for me. So I could like adjust how I want to do it. Like I can be like,
that's kind of clever.
This hit and run style instead of what the initial was early power.
I imagine that if you were actually playing if you were like straight from the beginning, it wouldn't have auto build. You would have had full control, and it wouldn't have taken over.
I would have been managing my resources better. That I could have been not like, why did they build this building here? Come on now.
Well, see, I think Endersword said it correct. Auto build is good to me as long as it's optimal not to do it. And it's like it's for the new player who's learning, and it can capture like you obviously said it best, is that it's essentially there as a safety net for a new player. You're a new player, this will save you. Like that's how I've interpreted it so far. So
yes. So just like in StarCraft 2, you can see on the mini map where the resources are, right? We've got our alloy, which is our main kind of minerals, if you will, if we're doing that StarCraft translation. And this red meter here is our pyre for us to be able to cast our ability. There's these little like towers that are positioned near expansions that I can kill, and they'll be able to give me this pyre. This is that creeping aspect of it. right? Where you can go and snipe enemies. If they're sitting here and attacking this, oh, I just got 10 pyre from killing this. You can watch where your opponent is attacking that and be able to, like a hit and run unit. Like right now, I'm doing this hit and run style. If I have a bunch of quick units, oh, sweet, I can come in and maybe get the last hit off. So, you know, incentivize that micro aspect of it too.
Wait, did you say last hit? Like, are we talking? Like last hit is like Dota style last hit? Are we talking?
Yes, exactly.
I don't. It's like I don't know. Like, you know, that's
well,
so
it's
nutty.
even Warcraft 3, right? When you're thinking about your creeping in Warcraft 3, last hitting those minions, right? You want that XP, you want that extra gold,
right.
That aspect. So, you know, in StarCraft and Age of Empires and those, it's been like, I need a bunch of workers. All right, I'm gonna sit here and macro up. Where in this, it's like 6 out of 6 is my worker count, because the Vespians, or if you will, this
gas, like the,
you know,
like
gas,
like...
this ether that we're collecting, auto mines. So I don't have to worry about making more workers for it. When I'm building a new town center over here, I just press C, which is my build button, which, you know, takes my brain a little bit. That goes, oh, I've used B for build for the last 20 years. Now I have to learn C as my building hotkey. But otherwise, it's like I sit here. It's an easy enough thing to be like, okay, cool. I press C and I want to build something, and it's going to just grab any of my workers.
Is that creep going on its own, or do you have to build? Like, how is that creep moving? How is
that's what I'm going to go look and see. If I build on the edge of it, will it just slowly start creeping out? Because I'm assuming I don't even have to select a worker right now. I was
just like, why are you selecting worker? I think if you just tell it to build something, it'll like choose the most optimal worker.
Okay, so route way is what it's called. Yeah, so I cannot build off of this creep, this pathway, this route way, as they refer to it here. And so I was looking around, right? Tree Zerg, 100%. I was looking to see, okay, how do I get more supply? Because that's my initial thing when I look at an RTS. Okay, how do I get resources? You know, how do I increase my supply? Those are the main things.
I had a rough time getting my head around this, but it's just your buildings. You build a building and it increases your supply. So that bar in the bottom, like, so to your left by your mini map, that is like your supply. And so, yeah, that bar is your supply. And the more buildings you have increases that, like, your cap. And, you know, this is still a little hard for me because I'm still so used that you have to build a specific supply thing. But you don't have to do that in this game. There is what is that? What was that?
I have these little, like, White Wood Reapers have a spell that they can do that after a short delay, enemy units in a targeted area receive a debuff, which makes them take double damage from all attacks.
Debuffs? I'm gonna say I cannot remember the last. Okay, Warcraft 3. I was like, I can't remember the last game I played that had debuffs. I don't remember. Like, StarCraft has no debuffs. There's not a, like, I guess you think of fungal as kind of a, maybe in the early iterations, kind of like a debuff. But not really, like, you know, all right.
It's pretty quick to get up to that unit too. But again, that might just be that added micro potential. Like, my brain is always like, okay, I want to hotkey my units. I want to hotkey my buildings. But, like, I just press, like, I have these normal hotkeys down here, right? So it's like C is my building hotkey. V is my special abilities that all this red pyre.
Dorito dust.
To be able to do.
You know what? They are debuffs. You know, I don't know. I never really thought about Cheeto cannon and all. Yeah, I guess that is. Those are debuffs. I never really thought about that.
But originally they weren't, though, right? That's also too. Like, originally the seeker missiles were just damage until they were like, that's too much. Let's actually make it a debuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like
Stasis Ward. I don't know if I consider Stasis Ward a debuff, but I guess you could call it.
Okay. Because I don't think I can, like, that's the other thing. It's like, even Warcraft and StarCraft and Age of Empires, it's like I can do those hotkeys, Control 1, Control 2, Control 3, but
there's no hotkeys here. Like, these hotkeys seem to be like they're preset. Like, you don't touch the hotkeys.
Yeah.
I wonder how people will feel about that. I wonder if that's like a, I don't know what people like. I'm okay with it because I know these hotkeys are built off of the core, like the core concept. So I use the core in StarCraft, so I'm okay with that. But I don't know how people in general will feel about it. Like, I think noobs will love it because if you've never played an RTS, I think the core is like an ideal thing to take in. But like, oh my god, look at these. Everyone in the chat essentially telling me that I don't know anything, and it's true because I did like.
You're still talking about debuffs?
Yeah, they're talking about debuffs, and they're right because like there were actually a ton of debuffs. Even StarCraft 1 had the Defiler cloud. That technically was that was a debuff. You know,
okay, what is this? F.
that is definitely a debuff. All right.
And spacebars like our advanced building area too. Oh, is this let me build?
I think and Stigard said it was key binding will be definitely important in the final version, and I'm curious to know. I feel like developers will not want you to change your key binding because I think these key bindings almost seem optimized to operate like the game seems to operate around these key bindings in a certain way because they're weird. They're a little weird, but they make sense once you get used to it. I think.
Oh, and even my towers have to be built on creep too. Okay, or what is it called in this?
I don't want to call it. I almost called it fungal.
Root way, the root way. They have to be built on the root way. Yeah, tree zergs. Okay, so D is army. Okay,
where's the? Can you collect something that more like with pyre? So those things give you pyre, but what about those like little, the ones in the middle, like the little.
Oh yeah, let's go check these out. I have not checked these out. I was seeing that there is destructible rocks that are a thing, and
destructible rocks. We're back, boys. Destructible rocks. Lordle says, I asked Jack about it, and he says they're pretty confident their hotkeys are optimal. I knew it. I had a feeling that might be a sticking point for some people, because I think people like the idea of customizing their hotkeys. I actually agree that it's probably optimal, and it will have to be it might come down to a design choice of the developer versus like the player. And I don't know how that will work. To be truth be told, so.
Okay, so there's like this little.
Stigart says, I don't know. My intuition is that if you ask 5 StarCraft players what their hotkey preferences are, you'll get 12 different answers.
Yeah, that seems right.
Talking the real talk
more
here.
Fire from here. Okay, I got like
so yeah, these
from these instead of like 10 from the other ones.
So yeah, these little things here are contested. So like you're gonna have people who are fight against these pyres, or these creeps. I'm calling them creeps so far. And from what I can see is these I don't know, these creeps look pretty easy. Like I hope in the final build they're like harder. They should be harder. Like I feel like they should get harder as the game goes longer because I don't know, they probably shouldn't be super easy to get. Are you healing?
So I did my first pyre ability. This one's increases movement speed and attack speed, but it looked like it also increased their damage as well. So here, let's do a quick testing of some units real quick. Come over here. Come here. Let's group you all up. See, that's part of the fun of this is test things out and learn things. All right, so you jump up to 17 compared to 11 and 455. How fast are you guys? Okay, that's pretty fast.
Oh, so was that a pyre ability? Like
that was, and it cost only 75 to do it. And it's just like a little small area of effect that gives them attack speed and movement speed. It doesn't last too long, but it's like it's easy if you're sitting here microing and having a battle, just tabbing over and being like, okay, this set of units is going to get boosted up and stuff like that. Maybe I can run away and retreat. You know, it gives you that mobility. You can be aggressive or attack with it. Let's see what else we got. Mark prey. Enemy units in target area are revealed through fog of war. What?
Old Man Toast asks if there is an observer interface yet. My dude, this is like there's barely like some assets aren't even in the game.
So, I mean, did you see our scout?
This is our scout, everybody. The teapot. The teapot is the scout. Literally a motherfucking teapot, like a physical. Oh my god!
I can turn into a flying scout.
I'm like, what did you just do?
Let's see. I don't know if it's going to be a flying teapot. I kind of hope it is, but
look at that build time. Oh my god!
Yeah, that takes forever to.
What is that build time? Oh my god! This is like the longest build time I've ever seen.
All right. Well, while we're doing that, let's like actually keep macroing and doing things, huh?
Someone wants to see Stickers wants to see the pathing. This is actually an important thing to check out. What does pathing look like? Let's actually see how the pathing works.
Units like around real quick. So, they're just like moving around this thing. Okay.
It looks kind of like. Is that your flying teapot? What is that? What is that? Is that flying?
Oh no, that's my worker.
Oh,
but he is kind of flying, isn't he?
Oh, whatever happened to the teapot, by the way? Oh,
he is flying. Does he detect? Oh, he does detect. Okay. So this is my radius. He doesn't move very fast, though. I feel like
that is the slowest teapot in the world. This teapot got slower.
Oh, All right. One thing I did notice is that that threw me off a little bit, because sometimes when you have like your army selected, right, which is like D to select your entire army, and I have 2 different units kind of hanging out over here. You can see them down in the bottom right. Normally, I'm like, I can tab through to select different unit, right?
Yeah.
Especially if they have different abilities. And this tab just like superimposes your mini map.
What is this? Is this like I see. Is that armor and weapon over your immortal? What is that? Is that armor and weapon? What is that?
So mean? I don't know. I think that might be our upgrades. Plus attack. Plus defense.
Oh, okay, yeah. That would make sense.
Would be my guess on how. But it's like, and then I could, if I click somewhere, I think
that's an interesting thing to like.
Takes me over there. So maybe if it's like, oh, did I see something out of the corner of my eye? Make your mini map bigger.
That's interesting.
Back over at my natural or something like that. But it threw me off a little bit, because I'm so used to just pressing tab to cycle units, where it's like, no, tab doesn't cycle units. Tab pulls up your mini map, which is a feature that's like, okay, I might be able to get behind.
So how do you cycle your units though?
I wonder, do I just click this? Okay, yeah. So
there must be.
I don't know if
though.
there's a hotkey for it, but I just don't know.
There must be a hotkey. There's no way that's just like click. Maybe
space. Yeah.
Maybe it's coming in the beta. Someone brought up some good points in the chat. Would like the units to be more defined visually by release. Endersword says same. Everything is very beige blended right now. It isn't very vibrant, is it?
But
that's
like true. And it could specifically also be they're trying. There are these tree witches. They do seem very bony and skeletal like, right? We look at this like, how do you make like the one reason these guys are unique is they have those like orangish glowing axes almost. But you're right, everything does kind of have that tannish desert template.
Lordal says all your unit abilities are combined on the command card. So one of those cards, so you actually probably don't have to separate. If I'm getting this correctly, you don't actually have to distinguish between your units. Instead, on your command card, one of those command cards is actually for all your unit. It pulls up all your units' abilities. And I guess you can just you do it by the unit's abilities as opposed to but now I wonder how that will deal with your splitting. Like if you're doing something like some heavy micro where you split. Like I don't know, like maybe if you do can you do groups? Can we do different groups? Can you steal from groups? Like I'm wondering how we're looking for some.
Yeah, I guess it's just going to be taking a little bit. Oh, even pressing D now to select my entire army, my observer comes with that.
Oh, Samish brought up some things like the models are super detailed, maybe too much to be honest. Everything is kind of same sharp, which in my opinion is even bigger deal than color. Interesting. Interesting.
So it's like hard to distinguish.
I was thinking that too because you were saying everything looks bony and everything does look like super thin. I like the speed. I'm a fan of the speed right now in terms of unit speed. So let's get back to like pathing because someone was saying like let's talk about pathing. Control group is space plus number. Space plus number. So you could okay.
All
right. Space plus number.
So let me select these and we'll do space 2 for that. Okay, so one's everything. Oh, so instead of it being control in this,
it's space
is your like extraness.
And to steal, control group also steals from each other's. Model detail might be good criticism. This happened with Warcraft 3 Reforged. Yes, I do recall that being able, but it's too hard to see at a glance what units are what, right? That makes it difficult for a player. I think, to kind of like be like, oh, this unit is this unit.
Yeah.
In the main army, there are 3 unit types plus a teapot. Yes, there is a teapot.
My observer hanging out with the army, doing his job, just scouting around. He's very slow now that he's flying. I was kind of expecting him to be a little bit.
He is the new observer. So the idea of the teapot, as I have understood it when in the pre-alpha, it's just a placeholder for the actual thing that is supposed to be. But I think it's stuck around because it's become a meme. And so I don't think this teapot will be in the final game. I do not think so. But
so it looks like I can have 2. I always get 2 scouts, it looks like. And even if when I upgrade one to an observer, a scout was auto made for me.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So
Does that okay? Real question.
I don't know if that's just because, you know, my macro is bad and it's auto building, but it's not set on that to auto build an observer, or I mean a scout. But because I don't know. Let's test this out.
The game's literally like, you're terrible. Let me take care.
Here, let me help you.
The game's like, you're terrible. Let me help you with this because clearly you don't know what you're doing. What I want to know is does that scout take up a space in your like your unit count?
I mean, I know when I select my army and did that, like select all or something like that, it was not selecting the scouts, but it was pulling from detectors. So I'm wondering if I'm able to morph the detectors. So.
ZK says always 2 scouts, auto made 30 seconds to the death of the last one.
Ah, okay.
Cool. Old Man Test, no, asking as a viewer who hasn't played, it looks like to me there are 3 different units he has built. If that's true, I don't see a unit identification problem. Oh, I see. So Old Man Toast is saying that he was able to distinguish the 3 units on a glance and a teapot. I see. If there are 4 unit types, there's a problem.
Right. It will see, like, because I know there are more units that I can make. Oh, that's my tower. I was like, what is this? Oh, here's another one that's missing its thing. But yeah.
Wait, what is that doing?
This is I'm morphing it into something else. It's a defensive, I guess, tower that I've got.
Is this my spore crawler? What is this?
That's my thoughts, is because it's a defense. Like, I know there are towers. Like, I started with this initial tower, but this definitely doesn't feel.
Well, the Quath can upgrade those towers, or at least Orzum. Orzum has the power to upgrade those towers. I don't know if the Aru can upgrade their towers like that. I'm not familiar with. I never played the Aru, so.
Own canopy. All right, how do I make it?
Endersword says always 2 scouts, 1 to obtain the information, 1 to crave it.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't even know how to feel about that.
All right. Yeah, so it's just getting it. It's gonna take my brain a little bit to wrap around. Spacebar is your like important button.
Aerovore is a spore crawler, can morph into other things. So here we go. This is the new spore crawler. Is that what you built, an Aerovore? Or no? Is that the omnivore?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So I can.
This is the new spore crawler. Here it is.
Construct.
And you know what? I joke a lot about, like, you know, Treezerg and Heavenly Protoss, but I think having that association helps people wrap their heads around what they're looking at.
Stuff gonna queue up.
So, that's another thing. I saw that you can build units that's like one building can build, I think, multiple units at the same time, if I understand that correctly.
Let's see. I'm capped out.
Your max
stuff. Max is 160 the max, or can you do more than that?
I think 160 is the max.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure that bar is like your, like that's your.
Okay.
Yeah, that bar is like your supply, right? And once that's capped, I think that's capped. So you have to like start killing your units and stuff for you to get more.
That makes sense. We could easily start killing some units. Come here.
Like, we want to
kill units.
You can't kill your own units?
I can't kill my own units here.
Rude.
I know. All right, let's see what other pyre abilities we got. We said the vision one. A Bloodwell.
Because I wanted to see some of the tier 3, because that was kind of things that I was curious to see if we can see tier 3.
Well, I just got excited because now I found out I figured out how to expand my root way with my ability here. So it only costs 50 of this
you have
pyre
to
that I can
use you have to use pyre to grow your root ray.
I do.
That seems a little off.
But I guess it's like every time you build a town hall, it creates root way around it.
Oh, someone just ZK just says push delete to kill units. That's kind of convenient.
What? Oh, okay. Cool.
Did they?
Oh, yes, they've got their stalking ability now.
So now we got some Dark Templar in this?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yo.
And then they start becoming revealed when I attack.
Oh, I actually like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I'm like that. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that. What's this? The stat supply cap seems reasonable given the small worker counts. No? 160? Warcraft 3 is 150 if I remember, and StarCraft is 200. Mm-hmm. I'm probably the worst person because I don't know. I would like someone who's really into economics of RTS. I know a couple of people who are like super hardcore into the economics of RTS, like what's the optimum per what, would probably be able to give a really good. But this reminds me of. It does remind me a little bit. This reminds me closer to Warcraft 3 personally than StarCraft 2. So, true actual army size is similar. Total supply is about 70% of StarCraft 2. Max army, I'd say. Now, I think it's important to note when we're actually in a real game. I imagine units are gonna be dying like constantly. Like we're gonna you would be. Ender Sword brought up. Warcraft had a weird maintenance mechanic that was considered upkeep. I don't think this game has upkeep. I don't see anything that looks like that. Can you build your advanced buildings? Or do you have your advanced buildings already?
Yeah, so I'm starting to get my advanced units out now. So I had the advanced buildings that I had not built, but the computer was nice enough to build them for me.
They're like, you don't know what you're doing. Let me help you.
Yeah, it's like, here, let me help you out here.
You're like, you don't know what you're doing. Let me help you here.
So I haven't gotten, I guess, all of the, because I'm assuming I've got flying units and I haven't gotten any flying units out, but we do have this underspined force multiplier. So I'm, here's.
What if it's a little too complicated? Like obviously, it's like StarCraft is a complicated game in the sense that there was a lot of things to do, but there seems like there's a lot.
These things are fast.
Is that burrowed? No, what is it doing? What is it doing?
It's just like a race car. I don't know.
What is that doing? It's like zooming across the map.
Because it is. I don't know if it's because of the upgrades, because I basically queued up all of the upgrades, and that's why they look the way they do. But it says plus to their movement speed, so maybe that's why they're just like.
Seamus says smaller armies are good, easier to rebuild. A maxed army means less games that are over in just one fight. Good point. I like that. That's a really good point.
Yeah, that's that kind of more difference with Brood War compared to StarCraft 2, right? We see a lot more of scraps in Brood War, where StarCraft 2 you might have game-ending fights and people aren't able to really stabilize, where in Brood War they can stabilize a little bit more. Oh, is this my flying unit? Oh, Behemoth. Oh, can I? Very slow. All right. I usually do no damage though. Are you a transport? Can I put people in you?
Oh, is this the new Overlord? Nope, it is not. What does this do?
What do you do? Yeah.
What do you do?
Sight range increased by 1.
Oh, finally, I got chat working. Yay!
Oh, increases. Oh, no. Okay, so maybe it's only Bone Stalker.
Reinforcement retreat is super validated immortal. That was a big idea early in development, as far as I know. Reinforcement and retreat. I did see that in one of the talks.
Not enough supply. All right, kill more of you.
SC2 fights often end in 10 seconds. Here, units have more HP in general, so fights here. I wonder if that might mean that micro is super more important. Oh, what's this? Oh my god, does that show you what they do?
It does.
That's really cool.
Behemoth is like Broodlord-esque, right? It's launching a lot of broodlings at enemies. Okay.
Those look like a lot of blue links.
No wonder I couldn't like actually attack something is because there's nothing to attack with it.
There's nothing to attack. It doesn't care. It's like.
It does. All right, what was the other flying unit that I got here? Oh, okay. You're faster than my other guy. Air superiority.
So, pathing. How do you feel pathing is so far? You've moved units around. Like, how does the pathing feel to you?
I mean, it feels pretty good so far. Like, you know, this map is nice, big, and open. So I think that's the difference too. When like StarCraft 2 first came out, all of the maps were tiny. Where this just feels like, oh, it's a decent sized map that you have lots of areas to move, and they want you to move around because you have to keep expanding. Like, we know where all the expansions are. You're supposed to be going out and creeping and stuff like that. So far, I mean, with the destructible rocks, like, you might get units caught in weird positions if you're retreating or trying to move around. It's hard to judge that in a game where we're not playing against somebody to know when they might get caught like that. I mean, I think it's one of those, if you are playing and you notice that, it goes, oh, okay, if I'm retreating from the left side of the map and going to the right side, they're always getting caught on like a destructible rock like here or something like that. And it's just, I need to know that I need to kill this if I'm going to be moving this way or something like that. And, you know, there's these factors that initially it feels fine to me, the way that they're moving. And, you know, some units are faster, some units are slower. Like, I'm still learning like what everything does and where everything, but it's like, I'm not feeling like it's clunky with even like where I'm trying to get them to move left and right here around the structure. It doesn't feel too bad. Like, my army's not actively splitting very well. It wants to stay together.
Okay, that sounds healthy. I feel like that feels healthy. ZK says the main map mines out in 16 minutes. 16 minutes.
Okay.
So also, while Nanman still plays around here, I'm gonna get us ready to give away some keys, because I know some of you are hungry for some keys. So give me a sec. Let me see if this bot can pick someone random from this chat. So you'll have to bear with me. I'm gonna keep figuring it out, because I know you guys want some keys. So we got about, we got several keys to give out. And we'll just give them out, every now and again. Just toss them out. Let's see my bot. Let's see if this bot. So far so good in terms of movement. From last time I watched the game, there seems to be a bit more death balls moving around than spread out like Brood War. Is there any plans to get closer to Brood War? So this is an interesting question, because I feel like there is some good micro possibilities, but I think units have high HP or resist. I don't know what, like, until we get into a battle, it's hard for me to give a good idea. Mm-hmm. But I feel like micro might be more important in this game than StarCraft 2. I don't know. I hope so, personally, as a person who likes to micro. And I'm talking like Warcraft 3/Brood War micro. So I'm hoping that like micro is a real thing. Don't worry if you don't want a key. You can just tell me and I'll put it back into the thing. Or if you already have the account, if you already have the game, let me know and I'll just pass it to somebody else who doesn't. You don't have to get it. It's fine. But free stuff. So let's see. But just enjoy, have fun here, sit back, relax, while I get us the key, something to help us give out keys. Yeah,
found a unit that will also spread the root way.
Oh,
I don't know how well it attacks though. Let's find out.
Oh, it's a unit.
A unit that will just attack. And it has to burrow, and when it's burrowed, it spreads the root way around.
If it gets up, though, does it remove the root way?
Ooh, good question. Let's find out.
All right, my little bot. Can you?
Oh, okay.
It
does not. I thought it did, but it was just Fog of War coming in. It looks like it actually is slowly deteriorating.
Yeah, I think it is deteriorating.
Okay, there it goes.
So it's only temporary root way.
All right.
A big thing is macro taking less action means you have more actions than micro in general for a lot more skill shots ability. This ZK just hit the thing that I am hoping for. If you don't have to macro, that means you have so much freaking more time to micro.
Yes.
To me, that is important. I like micro over macro, and I think macro is just a little bit cumbersome, but being able to hit skill shots just right is just, I don't know what it is. I wonder if abilities can miss.
I mean, I would assume like your immortals abilities, like being able to, throw this like mark prey or things like that would have the potential for them to miss, or even this infused troops, like I landed there, like if I'm not paying attention, it's wasted, right? Like if I don't directly hit them with it. So I'm wondering if other abilities like this, I think the lethal bond is small enough of an area, but it's like essentially picks one unit for it.
So ZK says abilities can miss.
Ah, sweet. Okay.
Oh my god, you're getting back into the Brood War life. Baby. I wonder if this has terrain missing. Like if you that might be too much for people. That might be too high of a skill sheet. Like people don't like that, but I kind of liked it.
Up ramps and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
shooting up ramps or even hiding in foliage reduces range or accuracy. True. Oh, so in this one, I was saying, like, for example, could you miss in terms of like dodgeability? Could you move out of the way of a skill shot? Or if I think even Age of Empire 2, I think arrows could miss, like probability missing, stuff like that. Oh,
my behemoth gets more things, just like carriers can get more interceptors.
Does it have to be built? Is it like building it itself, or do you? Oh, you mean it's an upgrade?
It's an upgrade, yeah. Like Brood War, I guess, because is it StarCraft 2? They got rid of that upgrade. They're just like carriers get it now.
Yeah. Abilities missing actually seems like it could be really good for the game. Easy to understand, hard to master. See, that's what I mean. I like that because I like the idea where there's something super simple, but those who want to go hardcore on it can go take it to it. But it has to be kind of careful because you don't want to create a unbreakable ceiling. Like so there's two games that come to my mind from the fighting game world, because I'm from the fighting game world. Wave dashing,
yeah,
from Melee, and like Marvel vs. Capcom 2's like air dashing, being able to air dash, or how to like move character movements, because it becomes a huge ceiling where players are just unable to, like not most players, but like it becomes a really high barrier for pro play, and I think that might be a little difficult. Missing because you micro out if good. I don't like probability missing as much. Interesting. Okay. Ability missing actually seems like it could be really good for the game. Oh, I already said that. Yeah, no hiding behind trees like Brood War. Oh, sad face. I liked environmental, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like environmental.
Right.
Environmental probabilities.
So that's why I wasn't getting more workers.
What? Oh, you have to upgrade it for the workers?
My town halls have to be upgraded to increase their mining level. So like this one's now I've upgraded to the 3rd tier, so now I can get up to 6 workers mining from this.
Okay,
one,
that's
where this one
a little weird though.
The 1st tier.
Why did the auto thing not do that by itself?
Right. I guess the auto stuff only builds buildings and units right now. It doesn't pick upgrades for you.
Interesting.
Because I noticed that too with all of the upgrades for all of our units, like being able to have like the stalker guys over here that can run around invisible. It never picked that upgrade for them. But the same thing with like, so for those that are watching at home and you think that the game will be super forgiving, it is to a point. but you still have to be able to focus back up and be able to micro and get your upgrades and stuff.
I guess that's good too. I wouldn't want it to like do everything for you, right?
Because you might want to prioritize certain upgrades at certain times, and when it just starts picking, you go, well, I didn't want that upgrade. That's a waste of my resources right now. So yeah, I like that. I like that.
Okay, everybody, I'm getting ready to give away the first key. It's going to be a bot. So there's going to be the bot in the chat. It's going to give away the key.
You give away the key, and we'll switch up and change our race, because I feel like we've run around with the tree Zergs for a bit. We can show
Heavenly
our other
Protoss
side of things. Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's good. And when we're out, why don't we see if there's people playing custom lobbies? Because I'm curious if we can get a game after we do one more solo and explore the thing. So it'd be kind of good to play against somebody and seeing if there's any lobbies going on.
Join lobby.
Okay, there's lobbies around. Cool.
Cool, sweet.
So let's do one more solo and as the Quarth, and then our Heavenly Protosses, and then we'll jump into an actual game with somebody and see if we can get something. All right, people, I'm setting up the giveaway. So you keep giving me a second while I figure it out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look through. I mean, we're back on that splash screen again, like we saw before, where it's like, okay, here are your Immortals abilities, right? And it's cool, big, tanky, beefy guys, which is, we can check our faction to let us know what that actually changes. So it's like, all right, tier 1 stuff, tier 3 stuff. It's going to give us a different zone control unit and a beefier frontline unit, where our second version of it gives us, it seems to be passively healing more. Okay, that's cool. And it changes our tier 1 and tier 2 unit. Interesting. Okay. Now I've seen the Zephyrs, which are basically just like archers, mechanical archers, when I did the test where you are basically like macroing. Oh, do you attack with this armor or do you run away? Because that was a fun little thing. How many times can you get it in a row? And I think the most that I got, like I've done it twice, and the most I've done is 9 times of getting it correct. So if you guys get into it, you test it out. Let me know how many times you're getting it correct. I think, do we want to go beefier or do we want to go healing, guys? What are we feeling here? I've leaned more towards having my units be able to heal up, but I can see the desire to have your front line be beefier. All right, so or zoom the beefy boys. All right, let's test out the beefy boys. Let's do it. Let's see how
did they chose Orzoom? Is that what they chose?
That's what I'm hearing. Which I'm assuming that was the original, group that was in here. Oh, here we go. A little bit of lore for you guys, angelic race and everything. Yeah, playing solo is cool because we get to sit here and just sandbox it for a little bit. Return to game. Okay, so here's our initial starting thing. We've got our scout. He immediately out, so we can always send him out immediately. We've got our initial towers to be defensive, and we do, I think, this one, summon Citadel. Yeah, so one of our abilities summons one of these towers, so we can be able to just like rush in on people. We've got some reduce incoming damage, infused troops. Oh, okay, so the infused troops seems to be a universal thing for everybody. Pillar of Heaven summons a powerful monument that slams the ground, dealing damage to enemy ground units, and we gain attack speed if we're near it. Okay, let's try to like keep up with our micro for a little bit. Right,
Thank you for keeping everyone entertained while I am getting our keys ready. I'm getting the keys ready. I want to make sure that we can give away. I want to give it in a way that makes people feel it's fair. I want this bot to do it without just spitting the key into the chat, because that would be kind of weird.
First come, first serve. Ready, go, guys.
I don't know if I want this chat. Like, I was like, looking at this bot, and I'm like, is it gonna just spit this key into the chat? It's like, bleh. I'm like, uh-oh, don't do that, please.
All right, Reduces advanced ground units. Okay.
All right, if you get chosen, don't worry. If you get chosen by the bot, it's fine. And you want me? I'll just toss it back in.
Ooh. Fortress Breaker, high defense. All right, so this is a cool thing too. Like with your auto build, you can have this pop up at the beginning of the game. So it's like, hey, this is how I want to play the game. You know, so you can practice different strategies essentially.
What does that mean, strategies? Like is that the strategies for the auto build? Or is that strategy
specifically for the auto builder? So like right now it's auto set up to do that early power mode where and it even gives you a breakdown. It's like, oh, maximize your early map control and heal portable hollowed ground. Sweet. And the Fortress Breaker, siege enemy strongholds with long range attacks, or you're going to be super defensive. Protect your base.
Okay, so it's gonna be what kind of units? It's gonna be what kind of units it decides to build for you based on your strategy. It's not gonna be like, okay.
Right, so here's our little beefy boys that is unique to our immortal, right? They're got the big shields, big swords. So if you picked our other immortal that focuses more on healing, you would have I'm assuming weaker. The stats are probably different. Maybe armor type or damage type. I'm not exactly sure because I haven't tested it out enough, but it's cool to be able to see. We are seeing these changes. All right, what are we doing? We want to got a good set of units. Like because our pyre stuff is like defensive, I still want to be getting out and trying to get more pyre because I can make towers. So if I was playing against another person, I would be like, oh, okay, I can focus on being able to, maybe quick expand, advance stuff that way because I have some ways to get more defensive stuff. All right, I need to get ether. How do I get ether with these guys?
Oh,
Flying
shit.
units. Let's see.
Well, the bot just spit it in there by accident, so.
Oh. That's why we're testing this out, guys.
Don't worry, I have more. So if someone grabs it, someone can grab it. I will actually throw in another one. Don't worry, I'm gonna throw in another key. This bot betrayed me. Whoever gets that key first gets it. Don't worry, that's not the only key. I have many more. This bot betrayed me. Bad bot. Bad.
Okay. Bad bots.
Bad bot. You terrible creature. Don't worry, it's coming. Sorry, guys. If it spit a key in the chat, so I don't know if that key's gonna be valid. I imagine someone might just snatch it up. Consider it a free key. Another one's coming, though. Another one's coming.
All right, I'm wondering if I had to build within this like blue circle, like Protoss pylons, and I do not. So that does give me a little bit more flexibility compared to my tree zergs before. But I was supply cap, so got off track, guys. All right, so now that are starting to get our next resource, our ether, I can start advancing up and being able to make different units soon.
Damn bot. I saw this too, and I was like, is he gonna spit it in the chat? I hope it doesn't do that. And it did it. Just spit it out in the chat. I was like, rude. All right, let's try this again. Okay. Oh, for the thing you go to Immortal Gates of Pyre. You know what? Maybe if no one... Yeah, it doesn't matter, I guess.
All right, practicing hotkeys too. All right. We're starting to get it, guys. We're figuring this game out a little bit.
I don't know why it would do that, though. Why would just pop it in there? All right, let's try this again. All right, I figured it out. All right, let's try this again.
Okay, what do I need to build this? Reliquary. Where is my reliquary? I think that's going to be a lot of it too. Okay, I'm building it now. What are these, and how do I get them? How do I get these units out? But
the new raffle is starting up, Stigard. It's coming up. a new one is coming. A new, like, I don't think you can win it. If you can, I'll go to the bot and make sure it doesn't treat you that way.
Look at that. My buddy showed up to cast a spell. Oh, okay. So even there, like, the vent had the pyre on it, and if I don't jump over it, it's just sitting there waiting to be claimed. And so that's where, maybe a faster unit could jump on there and take it if it was my enemies, where my guys are a little bit beefier, so they're a little bit slower in that regard.
Okay. So this new one, here we go. Whew. All right. So hit !raffle to be entered into this raffle to get a key. Okay. We're cooking with gas. I figured this out now.
Right.
Whew, okay. I'm like sweating because I was like freaking out.
It's stressful. I get it. I'm glad that you're doing the hard part and I just gotta sit here and learn a game.
Oh my God. I was like, why? I saw it too. And I was like, yo, is this thing gonna like spit out the key in the chat? No way, it wouldn't do that. And it did. No, I was like,
why would it do that?
Why would it do that? And it like, bleh. I was like, ah. Oh. So, yeah.
Space.
Don't worry, it's entering people into the raffle. Raffle. It's working. I can see your names populating in the raffle thing. So there you go. You just have to, if you don't want in, don't hit !raffle. If you do want in, !raffle. All right, now I'm back. So sorry, I wasn't paying attention. So where are we? I was too busy protecting the keys from jumping into the chat.
I mean, I'm.
Oh, let me tell you guys asked me, where do I go to download the game? You go to sunspeargames.com to download, or probably the Immortal Gates of Pyre website. Let me just double check. Sunspeargames.com. And can you click Immortal? Do you download the game?
Okay, how long do you stay? Do you stay? Invalid target. No. Oh, this probably has to get built here, doesn't it? Yeah. See, we're figuring things out, guys.
Yep.
So your towers, you can't like essentially. I mean, I guess you could rush somebody's natural with it, right? Let me see.
So it looks like you just go to the Discord to get the download link for the game. I was hoping it would actually be on the website, but I guess the actual like, if you go to the Discord, the download link is there. Maybe. I don't know if they would mind. I don't think they'll mind if I give you guys a download link in chat. Maybe I'll just take the download link and post it here in chat. I think they'll be okay with that. If you know what, Sunspear, if you guys don't want me posting the download link in the chat, you let me know and I'll take it down. But for now, I'm gonna make it easy for people to find the game, and make it easy for people to get the game. Let me see. I'm gonna put it in the chat, and I'm gonna hopefully it's not anything that our good friends at Sunspear would be against me sharing this download link, because I think it just makes it easier for you guys to have a link to download, just to download the game. And you know what? If you win a key, maybe you can, and you're also new, you can get you to play against Nanman here. And we'll get a game going. So
I get Blink Stalkers. What?
Do we have Blink? Oh, is that the Zephyrs or the Zyphers? I love those things. I totally had a blast with those guys.
So this is how they get me. They go, all right, hey, if you want DT units, you got to be the Tree Zerg. If you want Blink Stalkers, well, you got to be these like Angelic Protoss guys.
Angelic Protoss.
Man, that's how they get you. All right, how do I get Teleportability, yeah.
Old Mentos, Drekken lighting the way forward from the flames of the bridge he's burning. It's like, am I allowed to pass this link? All right, well, you know, ask for forgiveness and all that. I'm going to,
cool.
yeah, okay. I'm going to actually make sure this is the right link. And as long as it's the right link, I'm going to post it here in the chat. It looks like the right one. I'm going to post it here for you all. You know, this must be it. Okay. This is it. And I'm going to then pin it so that, pin message.
I'm just so happy that I have Blink Stalkers.
All right, time to end the poll. All right, let's we'll do another poll between the different four immortals. Which one people think are the coolest? Okay, so yo, you guys are all entering this raffle. I see these names. I see some names in here. We got some names. So there's about, it looks like 9 minutes left for this raffle. We'll do one every kind of like 15 minutes ish. You know, we'll get like yeah. So we got this raffle going. We got some names in here. We got nine people. If you're still wanting to be part of this raffle, ! Raffle. I posted the download link. I actually probably should have said that what that was. Okay, so you got Blink Stalkers. Do you really need that many buildings? That's my question. You have
well, it's like I wanted more supply, so I just started making more Legion halls to get more supply.
Is that efficient though? That's my thing. Because first of all, each Legion hall can build multiple units. So would it be better to build an advanced building and then instead of building 6 of the basic building?
Probably. That would have been the better thing to do. Like I did build, I'm like spending more time going, I want to play with these early. And I think that's part of it is like, I know that when I actually get in and start playing people, I'm not going to ever make tier 3 units for the first like 50 games that I play probably. I'll probably lose to tier 3 units a lot and go, man, I should have gotten those tier 3 units. But I'm like enjoying just trying to learn. And I think that just might be specifically with how I learn RTSs, right? Is like I need like the baby steps to just like, how do these basic stuff work before I start diving into the ocean? I need to swim in this pool for a little bit.
I feel like you could just Blink Stalker to victory. I feel like
that's what I'm wondering.
I'm pretty sure you can like Blink Stock or Blink Zephyr to the win.
Especially where's my teapot? Like turning this into observer because you can't blink anywhere that you don't have vision. So bring.
All right, new poll up. All right, chat. Tell me, which one of the immortals do you like? Which one of these immortals is your like?
Okay, let's build some more advanced stuff though. That way, my brain still is making the mistake of advanced building is V, but no, V is your immortal.
I think you said I thought if you push the space bar. It's
still in my brain that I'm like, oh no, I have to press space to get to the advanced tab instead of pressing V. Like, because it's like in my brain I'm still B and V as my build basic, build advanced from like StarCraft essentially.
Right.
Build reliquary.
We still got 6 minutes on this raffle. 6 minutes on the raffle.
Keep of Hardened Flames. That sounds cool. Let's build that. Let's build some advanced buildings, guys. Let's see what they can do. So that's the point of us sandboxing right now. All right, who's dying? You guys. We can kill off some of you.
My advanced building hotkey is T because I'm some sort of hotkey degenerate. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about that.
That's, you know what? That's impressive that you have decided that T is where you need to be. I don't know. I was like
a teapot. All right. So I think after this, we're going to jump into a game and actually see how it handles. I'm actually really excited to see how like these abilities handle and how these. Oh, you can do one of your abilities. I think is to upgrade the tower. One of your yeah. Is that it?
This one creates a tower. Let's see. This is reduces incoming damage.
I was positive you can do you can get an upgraded like an advanced tower.
Oh, does my tower actually upgrade? Let's see.
I thought you could. I was pretty sure you can get like an advanced tower. If you already have a ticket, you can't. And if you're already in the raffle, it won't let you do multiple raffles. Like you can't like enter yourself multiple times. So no, if you're trying to enter like a 20 times, you just need to do it once. If it acknowledged you.
Where did I put the other building? Okay, got that. What do you build? Oh, more advanced units that I haven't built yet.
Later, Lotel is leaving us.
Oh, see you later. Thanks for checking out the stream and all the cool stuff that this game has to offer.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got? Research.
Also, those of you, if you are one of our patrons, I'm going to be giving away. I have some keys to give away to our patrons too. So if you miss it out and you watch this VOD later and you're like, "Oh, I missed it," I have some keys to give away to our supporters.
Got the hookup.
Yep. How do you feel about the key activates where the mouse is hovering thing instead of clicking? What is that?
Oh, so it's like autocast, right? I'm assuming that's what he's referring to. Is like, it doesn't necessarily work. Like, I still have to click for like my abilities. Is it specifically with just like?
It might be abilities.
Let me test it out. Let me see. Let's do a blink test again.
I also saw that you could turn certain things off too. If you open the options. Oh, if you put your cursor somewhere and then you push the button, it does it does. Oh,
so I know in League of Legends and other MOBAs there is that like autocast feature, and so it's like I think it's just help for people that are coming from that aspect of it. Oh,
can you turn that off though? Can you turn that off? Like, go to the options. Like, I'm kind of particular with that kind of stuff.
Oh,
I kind of
auto build. I can turn off auto build. Okay.
Well, that's good.
Display tooltip videos, advanced layer.
I'm hoping they will let you turn off the auto. I don't like auto cast. I'm not a big fan. I like to click.
No, autocast. Yeah.
I like to click. I'm a clicker. Andy Man. Oh snap! Andy Man's in the chat. Oh, guys, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on this giveaway. If you want an alpha key, hit exclamation raffle.
Rapidly attack enemy units in a small area but remains immobilized. Oh, so you're like a siege unit. Okay.
2 minutes and 17 seconds until it ends. For those asking about how the raffle, if you win, you cannot win again. 2 minutes left for the raffle.
Air denial. Okay.
Oh, we got fidget spinners. Fidget spinners in the house, everybody. Fidget spinners, Protoss fidget spinners.
Okay.
Like auto attack, if you hit A, it moves you to the location your mouse is. Oh yeah, so this is what like Industry was saying. Like, it's smart cast.
Okay.
I think the abilities does seem to do the same thing. It's like, you know.
Yes, abilities and just like a move.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
So, if you win, where does the key go? That's a good question. I think the bot's gonna tell me, so we'll find out. The bot might PM you. I don't think PMing is a thing in YouTube, so that's a good question. We'll figure that out. We might have to do like emails or something. I don't know. I'll have to like maybe email it to you. We'll figure that because YouTube doesn't have DMing. So we'll figure out what that does. It's a really good question. Where does it go? We're going to find out together. That's for sure.
What is this?
I feel like emailing might be the best thing. You know what? What I'll end up doing is It's a good question. Yeah, because there's no DM feature in YouTube chat. So we'll figure that out, though. Don't worry, chat. We'll figure it out. I'll make sure you guys get yourself a key. If you win a key, we're going to get you. I hope, yeah. We're not going to go for the dropping the chat thing again. That made me a little salty personally. But, yeah, fidget spinners. Fidget spinners for the win.
Yeah, they seem really powerful. Because, like, once they're in fidget spinner mode, they can't move. But it seems like they just would do a lot of damage.
Oh, look at that!
Rapid
look at
attacks, enemy units, small area.
It's kind of like a siege tank in a weird. No, like it's not a siege tank.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's not high damage. It looks like but it's I don't know.
All right,
Lots
so
of
I got.
damage,
Hold on,
we got yeah.
Yeah, we got a winner. So I'm gonna pick a winner. I got so this one is closed. Let's pick a winner, and the winner is Desiv. Desiv. You are a winner, Desiv. Desiv. All right. Now the real question is, how do I send it to you? Oh, so funny. Oh, maybe. Don't worry, I got a few more to give out. So hang on tight. I just got to figure out, Mr. Desiv or Mr. Desiv, is that Desiv? How do I give you your key test? All right, I can PM you. Oh, somehow you're messaging me. Oh no, you're messaging. I can see your message. Cool.
Nice.
Now, the real question is, how do I give you your key? Good question. Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll do Discord. Maybe I'll put my Discord in. Maybe I'll put my Discord in the chat, and you add me on Discord, and I will give you your key. We're gonna do an honor system. Don't go and pretend that you're like somebody.
Hold on, let me change my Discord name real quick.
Could you imagine if someone like, you know what? Here, we'll do this. Dessa, do you have Discord? We'll do Discord. If not, we'll do another thing. But I will.
Getting out of siege mode takes a little bit.
I'll put my Discord in the chat. Don't you all add me at once? Just Dessiv. And then what we'll do is I will PM you. You add me on Discord. And I'll confirm it to you here in the chat, and I will send you a key. That's what we'll do. We'll use Discord. Could you imagine? I get like 6 Dessivs. Like, hey.
Totally me.
Hey, it's totally me. It's totally me. Okay, cool. I'll keep an eye out for that. All right, we'll get another one going. And are you almost ready to like maybe do
I think so. I'm ready to lose. Yes, very much so.
Well, I don't know. You have to say ready to lose.
I mean, but I'm ready to learn more about this game. How's that? Is that a little bit?
Yeah. All right. Let's do that. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I make sure Desiv here gets themselves a key. I actually have to make sure that I can be added, because I think I have it like nobody, random people can add me. Make sure that's okay. Nope, I said everyone can add me, so it's fine. It's good. Never mind. You just need to find me. For Patreon level, just the $5 tier is fine. Regular, you don't have to be. But listen, if you want to be a higher level, I am not going to stop you. I will not stop you.
Great way to support everybody.
Listen, anything that you do to support ESChamp, I put back into all our events if you guys watched, if you're on here, since you're on YouTube, check out some of our other videos. I try to put some of our I put some love in the stuff that we do. I put a lot of love, and we got some really cool videos coming out too. I think I can safely say it's not a secret. Like Nanman and I have put together something that's gonna look pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of it. It's coming out next week. Listen to Thomas. You should do the higher level. Go higher. Don't listen. It's the way. I will not stop you from going higher. All right. Are we kind of feeling the? I'm kind of excited.
Ready?
I'm actually really excited for you to get into like a game.
Let's see how this works.
oh snap! I think Endersword wants to play you.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I am totally in for you to playing Endersword. This is gonna be super cool. I don't know, like,
I see. Okay,
you see it? All right,
I see this lobby.
The Endersword. Yo, this is it. This is it, man. This is it. This is it. Oh my gosh, this is it. I'm hype. I'm crazy hype. Let me check to make sure see if Desiv, please add me on Discord so that I can give you an alpha key. Okay. Endersword is 100% a hacker. I guarantee it. Chat, which one of these should we use? You probably, I would have probably said you should use ones that we've already used, but let's let chat choose which one they want us to see. Which, oh, you know what? We can choose the one that got the highest votes. Orzum got a lot of votes. Orzum got 45% of the votes. But maybe other people wants to see, people want to see different. Hey, Endersword, no stream sniping. I got my eye on you. I'm totally watching this guy. This Endersword he's a sneaky guy. You gotta watch out for him because if you're not careful, he'll snatch the victory right from underneath you. Drop you that L.
I'm wondering I can't see. It's got like the 3 dots over because it doesn't tell me what he's picking. I'm wondering if he's hovering over different things, because I can see on the bottom of my screen, it's like, oh, you're selecting one of these.
You only can see what I think when he locks in, right? You can only see. This is why I think there's going to be a draft system in pro play. I imagine there's going to be a draft system because if players can, if yo, he's coming. I know it. Orzu Chad.
Yeah, right. Big BB boys.
All right, guys. Vote in the chat where you want. I see Ajari is getting some pushes on here. I think we should probably do Ajari because we did do Orzum already.
Oh, true. Yeah, we can see what the healing's
like. Yeah, let's do Ajari. Let's do it.
Out. Oh, so's Endersword. Oh gosh.
Oh, okay. Rude. Okay. I see you, Des. Perfect. I see you. All right. I'm gonna give you your key, and then after we get the key, we'll do another one. After I send out this key, there will be another one. So don't fret, people. More keys are coming. And then obviously, I've reserved a certain amount of keys for our patrons. Like I said, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Because patrons essentially, ESChamp is like patron fund. We got no sponsors. It's just me, my tiers, and my patrons. That's it. All right, Desiv, you got your key. There we go. Oh wait, we're in the middle of the game. Snap.
We're going. We're just getting in here.
All right.
I feel like this tower, the Citadel, is much further forward than it was before, but I don't know. I could be wrong here.
You mean since we were doing solar play?
Yes, but it could be because we were always on the top side of the map, so it could be just throwing me off with us being on the bottom side of the map now.
All right.
Advanced.
Let's try another key. Let's see if it'll do it. Yeah, I don't have to remake it. Thank the Matrix. I need to start keeping track of all these keys I've used, though. I need to make a little notepad. Make sure I don't give away the same key to the. All right, next key thingy is open for another 15 minutes. Let's see which one ends first, Nanman or the key raffle.
Ooh.
Which one ends first. Take your bets, please. Take your bets. Hit that exclamation raffle. If you entered the last one, it's a completely new one, so you have to enter again. So don't be complacent. If you want a key, get in that. Get in them bots DMs. All right, let me just double check to make sure I'm not I'm gonna make sure I have. I'm gonna make sure that we do not, that I do not give away, or I do not double key it. I want to make sure I don't.
We did the same thing.
Give away all my keys, and I don't. I mean, give away double of the same key is what I don't want to do. So I'm gonna make sure that I have. And don't worry, those of you who are
a second way in.
Into the base. There's two ways into our base.
Well, I mean, we have our natural here, but it's like there's a ramp. So if he comes to the natural, I was only watching this ramp, but there's a second little cheeky ramp here. So
that feels a little odd to me. I wonder if you can wall off. I wonder if wall off is a thing.
That's right. It's like,
I don't know how I feel about like having, like, you'd have to maybe go up to the. Oh, I guess you have a tower. Isn't that your tower?
Yeah, I have one tower here, and I can take this out and grab that tower as well.
Right. So I guess you don't really have to wall in as long as you are able to tower up. Maybe.
I don't think you have the requirements for this building. Did you get a permit?
Don't worry, Chad. I'm not quite watching yet because I'm just handling the keys, make sure that I don't give away all my keys. So yeah, those of you who are our patrons, I have saved some keys for you. Don't you worry. So I got a couple more keys to give away tonight for those of you who are just like chilling here with us all. But oh snap! Nicodemus became a patron. Welcome to the Crown Club, nice. Nicodemus. You awesome. You so awesome, Nicodemus. I knew it. I said to myself, this Nicodemus character, they'll be cool and support us, which they have.
Let's try something else.
Peter Kinney says there is a ramp covered by rocks over there too, so you don't even have to go through the natural. Oh my god.
Hey, we're being cheeky.
So cheeky. Wait, did we send the teapot to him?
We sent the teapot to him, and we're taking his little tower spot that he has in his base.
Oh, yo, you're so underhanded. Yeah, I like you, man. Yo,
just trying something out.
Yeah, yeah.
What is it?
Yeah,
he's
tower
doing the same thing. Look at this. He's doing the same thing.
It's like tower rush him. Tower rush him. Get him. For the giveaway, where are we in terms of giveaway people? Okay, so there's still 11 minutes on the giveaway. Exclamation mark. Join. Those of you who are watching on the VOD and you're patrons, you're like, how do I get one? Patrons, I will be sending out a patron message and we'll figure out another way for you guys to just enter in for those who want it. Exclamation mark raffle for the bot. The bot here will figure out if enter you into a raffle, we'll get you a key. Or get you into the raffle to get a key. Meanwhile here, we'll have a commentary. Oh my gosh, Ender's Sword. Did you pull up the menu by accident? Well,
I did, trying to cancel this because I don't know how to cancel my.
Is there a cancel button? Like escape? No escape?
No, because escape brings up the menu.
I see. So Ender's Sword here is totally. Oh! We got fidget spinners.
We do.
Fidget spinners.
Get a couple more.
Yeah, but like you.
Oh yeah, you're right. Dang.
Snap.
Whew. All right, I need this as well.
Okay, but like, how did your tower go with Ender Sword? Did he catch it? Fidget spinners. Yeah. Oh, you got it. Okay, good. Yo, fidget spinners are deleting his army. Yo, delete.
Cap.
Oh snap! Fidget spinners killing it.
Let's go here.
Cancel is tilde.
Okay.
Cancel is tilde. Yo, fidget spinners deleted his army.
Fidget
Rude.
Spinners were very successful.
Yo, teapot, let's do it.
Let's take a check here. See if he expanded.
Because I feel like if you can control his expansion and you expand yourself, do you have enough resources to expand?
Almost. I think I can. Yeah, I can sneak it again.
If you can get the fidget spinners, I should actually probably learn the actual unit's name. But if you can get the her fidget spinners up by that, yeah, you're doing it. That's what I'm saying. If you can get the fidget spinners up here, you can siege him up. Yo. Now, oh shit, we gotta get the.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking. Oh, he's using his immortal ability. What was that? What did he just do?
Deliver bonus shield.
No. Oh, was that you? Or did you do that? Deliver from evil?
I can't. Oh, I've already got that. Darn. All right, we need some more. We need some more fidget spinners, boys.
What is actually is it Absolver? Is that what the actual name is?
Yes.
Let's do it though. Fidget spinners for the win. 8 more minutes left on this raffle. 8 more minutes. It's looking pretty good though. You guys have some awesome chances. 8 more minutes for the raffle. 8 more minutes.
All right, we have successfully harassed his economy, but we need to keep advancing what we're doing. And I can't remember all of our stuff, so all right, keep him from mining. Keep him from mining. Stop mining.
Also, don't forget tomorrow. If action does not stop here on ESChamp with Immortal Gates of Pyre. Tomorrow I'll be doing hosting a panel here on this channel for the art of RTS, where I will be talking to the amazing artists from this game to understand where does good art come from? Like, where does great RTS art come from? Oh wait, are we getting his expansion, or is that his base?
That's his base.
Yeah.
Took out his economy.
We're doing some damage, real damage here. Fidget spinners, absolvers. Let's do it. Yo, Nanman going deep. Yo, these fidget spinners are so fucking good. Look at that DPS. That DPS. Yo, look at the DPS.
It's crazy.
Crazy. That DPS is insane. That is some insane DPS. Holy smack.
All right, let's just make sure he hasn't. Aha! He has expanded.
Did he expand? Oh, he did expand. Now, what I'm curious to see or to understand is... can
you attack this?
Is there a rock, paper, scissors mechanic to this game?
I don't know. These fidget spinner guys, abolishers, are my favorite unit now. I thought it was going to be the Blink Stalker, but being able to just like siege up and just lock areas down is crazy good.
So I feel like we probably there's probably like a rock, paper, scissors mechanic to this game somewhere where X unit beats X unit, X unit beats X unit.
And, just like with StarCraft. There are light units, there are heavy units, and so there are probably bits that we got to keep upgrading, guys. That have the weaknesses that we're used to that I'm just not as familiar with.
Yeah, because I feel like right now these absolver or our fidget spinners are really they're not overpowered, but I think like they are, because Endersword doesn't know the counter to them. Yes. they're wrecking his face right now because he doesn't know the counter. Like I'm guessing it's probably air. I'm guessing do they shoot up? I don't think absolvers shoot up. They don't. I don't think they shoot
up. Only attack ground units.
So maybe air is the answer. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left for this raffle. 5 minutes left. Yeah, I don't think that
where's my teapot?
Like, these feel very powerful, and I feel like if he doesn't know the counter to them, or their natural counter, then Tom says Hollower is the counter to that. What is that? What is that thing that you just did? That like light.
Oh, I forgot that it. So it's a defensive ability.
Did you absorb your units?
It reduces the amount of damage that I'm going to take, and then it recalls them back to my base.
Oh, yeah, probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah. Turns out, you know, aha, there it is. I was wondering where he was. All right, he did a cheeky hidden expansion.
So Tom says Hollower or Air is a counter. I don't know which one the Hollower is. Which one's a Hollower?
Let's see.
Do we have, is that?
Air superiority. Oh, let's make some of these. Oh, we don't have enough supply. Oh, because we're building a bunch more of these guys. All right. All right, let's come in and say, this is now my base.
You know, these Hollowers are too good. I mean, not Hollowers, sorry, the Absolvers. Yeah, get them, fidget spinners. Fidget spinners.
All right, make sure he doesn't have any more.
Do you have the auto build on still?
Yes.
Victory. GG. Yo, ooh. First game. First game. Yo, Nanman too good. Nanman too good.
Abolisher's too good.
Yo,
in this like early aggro style there, like.
We'll see if Intersorter wants to do another game, or if any of our people who just got, any of the viewers who just got themselves a key wants to do another game, or join us in a game. We'll totally play it. But if Endersword if not, we'll just do Endersword again. So, so who was it? That was Ajari, right?
Yes, we didn't do any of Ajari's exclusive units that time though.
Okay, next time we should definitely try to get it.
Next time I will do my best. Like I wanted to get up to Blink Stalkers there, but I pivoted real quick and had to like adjust, so it didn't work out so well, but that's okay.
GG Endersword, GG. All right, so we'll quickly find out if anyone else wants to give a shot here against our champion Nanman, or else we'll do another Endersword. You know, why don't we do another Endersword, and if someone else wants to give it a shot, the game afterwards, we'll do it. How about that? Let's do it. If Endersword's up for another game, we'll do Endersword. And if you want to play against, let me check the raffle. I'm here like chatting. Okay, 1 minute and 34 seconds left on the raffle. 1 minute and 34 seconds left on the raffle to get yourself in. ! Raffle. Is that spectators? You can have spectators. Oh, so maybe there's a spectator mode. Okay, so I think Old Man Toast had asked if spectators was a thing. It looks like it is. Did not expect that, but that makes for good tournament watching. All right, Endersword, if you're good, let's do another game. If you're down for it.
All right. Yeah, so we didn't get up to save the front line. Okay. Because we just jumped right up to Abolisher, which it looks like both of them have the Abolisher as a unit, but we kind of teched up to tier 2. But so did Endersword as well. Like he was getting the dervishes, but we just skipped the dervishes initially for the Absolvers, which seems good. You know, anti-ground unit.
Yeah,
that's the way to go. Are we trying with the same? We switching it up? What are people feeling?
Let's hear it, chat. Do you guys want us to do Ajari again? Do you want us to try Orzum? We haven't done Mala at all. I think Mala we've not done any Mala. So maybe we should do Mala. Maybe we should like give Mala a try.
Test it out. I like it.
All right, chat.
Before I lock in, let's give chat a chance.
Yeah, let's see what chat says. Meanwhile, chat, raffles have come to an end, and then we're going to pick us once Nanman has got into the game. I'll pick us a winner. Let us know. What do you want to see? Mala? Do you want to see Mala? Do you want to see Zal? Do you want to see Orzum? Do you want to see Ajari? Let us know what you want.
Okay. Healing. Okay.
I do hope we get to see some like drafting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See them all. All right.
Now,
Let's check out the
see
Mala.
Mala. You're the first one to say something, Tom. So let's see Mala. Let's see some Mala here. All right.
Oh, sweet. Ender's also going Mala. Perfect.
What is
let's
with
go.
you? With you? Oh, y'all picking the same thing. All right. Let's pick a winner. Who is the winner of this? Is Flametoad 99. No, sorry, Flametoad 9. I don't know where he got the extra 9 from, but Flametoad is a winner. Flametoad, you the winner. Let's see if you're still here in the chat, Flametoad, because you can't win if you're not here. You here, my friend? All right.
Okay, we want defensive structure.
Flametoad, you the winner. Flametoad, you the winner.
Oh, I can't build that yet.
All right. Yeah, Flametoad, you a winner. All right, so we're gonna keep going on what we were doing before, where we will do Discord. I'll pop my Discord in the chat. Like I said, y'all don't slide in my DMs. Just Flametoad. I'm watching y'all. Don't slide in my DMs. Let me go get
gas yet.
All right, bam. Flametoad, add me on Discord, and then I will.
So you got both gas. He does have both gas, so we should probably get both some otter gas as well.
And when you add me on Discord, just let me know in the chat that you've added me, and then I will send it to you. All right, so back to this game. I'm gonna be your impromptu commentator. So if you don't build the ether extractor, it will build it automatically, correct?
Yes, eventually it will. I don't know like the specific timing. Like we didn't do like number wise to test out. Oh, that's my town hall.
And is it the same for this faction that if you don't build when you build your town hall, you have to upgrade the main hall to get additional?
Yeah, so for this one, the starting town hall, I don't have to upgrade. I always at least have the ability to have 6 workers at, but any future town halls will. This one I do have to kind of upgrade to get to next tier of units, which is a little bit different than our Protasi friends. So let's go watch here and see.
Flametoad, I'm just gonna double check that you are 3 blind sharks on Discord. Double checking. Just don't want to make sure I give your key away to someone who's not you.
Let's just go in and check. See what he is up to. Oh wait, I forgot the tower's there.
Yeah. Just type in the YouTube chat and just say that's you. Just confirm it's you, and then I will drop you your key. Meanwhile, here we are, Nanman. Are you feeling like how are you feeling confident with this one versus? Okay, that's you. Cool. I'll send it to you.
I'm feeling less confident, just because we did not really play around with them too much. Like initially, it's like okay, I know what I'm trying to do, but I'm still not as.
Yeti's saying you need to have a lot of money floating for the auto build to make the ether extractor. So it looks like there might be a financial threshold. So if the game detects, it probably has certain like check boxes or like check gates to make sure that you know like this player is struggling. that the struggle is real. Let me help. Okay, so Flametoad, you won. That's good. All right. We'll open up another one. I still got a few keys left. You're welcome, Flametoad. You are welcome.
Up over there.
All right. Let's see some of these chat stuff too. You need to I did that one. I like how they're done stealth a lot. Means you don't insta lose if you don't have detection, but your health doesn't get denied totally because they built a detector. Now, is that because your stealth until you attack? Is that what is that what he's referring to? Because
that would make sense.
Because
with
technically,
those specific units.
Yeah. And like the Quoth doesn't even have stealth guys because that's not their personality.
There he is. Nice. Trying it again.
Ender Sword? What is he doing?
He went for a cheeky expansion again.
That cheeky expansion. Just to let everyone know, those of you who joined into chat, come down, let you know we're playing Immortal Gates of Pyre. Question was asked: what do you think about the game so far? While Nanman is thinking, I'm going to say so far. I'll talk about the things I like and the things I'm not too keen on yet. But I think since this is alpha, it's kind of moot because this game could look completely different when it comes out. What I like personally, I like the idea that it could be more micro heavy. I am I'm a micro fan. So that is my number one, that's my number one win, is the potential to change game direction by being really good at micro. I feel like if you are able to manage health bars, and I'm talking like moving weak units back, moving units into auto fire directions, like to pull off auto fire. Like I'm talking about that kind of micro. That's something that I think this has the possibility to do. I like the auto build because I think it will make the game more accessible without weakening the game's skill ceiling. I like that. I think that's a very clever way of doing it. So I'm a fan of that. I'm not a fan of it how visually it's hard to tell I think it's a little hard personally for me to tell unit differential at a glance.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a little hard for me still. I would like personally a little bit more vibrancy in color. Again, like I said, this is alpha, pre-alpha. This is alpha, so this could like change completely before the actual game releases. I would like a little bit more vibrancy, but that's not like a deal breaker or anything for me. What else? Yeah, like Brood War micro. Dylan put in here. Brood War micro is that's chef kiss for me. I am like Warcraft 3 is my jam, and so Warcraft 3 wasn't as intense as Brood War, but it's still the player is rewarded for being cognizant of the battle, and I feel macro is not so. I should say it's not important, but it's not as what's the word, like monotonous. That it's not as monotonous as just your standard RTS. Okay, let me catch up with this chat. Okay, they have different ways of doing stealth. I think the one way they had is hidden unless you're close to them. Oh, I did not know that. That's good. By the way, the invisibility in this game is complete compared to SC2. So when something's invisible, it really is until you get close enough to reveal the unit. Yo, you hear that? No shimmers.
That's cool.
No shimmers. Cool. No, that's like that. Okay, you know what? I was about to comment and say something like that's almost like a little OP, but the fact that if you get close to it, it like changes the shimmers. That negates it. That's fine. Actually, that's a really good balance. I like that. Okay, I'm opening up another key giveaway. Opening up another key giveaway. What else we got here? Man, you guys are good in the chat. Yo, you guys are awesome. Keep it up, chat. Where are we at? Nicodemus. Quarth is going to have stealthy Inquisitor Angels. Ooh. Akros with stealth blink. One immortal from Quarth will have invisibility. All right. Micro is a critical part of storytelling in the game. What does that mean, Dylan? Explain to me. What is micro as a critical part of storytelling in the game? That sounds like kind of mysterious and cool at the same time. I'd like to know what that means. Okay. Yeah, exclamation mark raffle to get into the raffle. I still got about like 2 keys left. And then if you are one of our patrons, exclamation mark join, I will have separate keys for those, for us supporting us and keeping us up and going. Okay, so let's talk about stuff that I like and don't like. I am a little, again, this is alpha thoughts. I would like to see these creeps. I'm assuming this is the terminology we're using, creeps, for the Aether, the Pyre, the creeps of the Pyre to get stronger over time. I feel like they're not easily contested. I feel like there's no risk reward for the player going for these creeps to get the Pyre. I feel like there is, like, I would like to see as the game gets longer, the Pyre reward gets larger to force the players to be a little bit more aggressive with their immortal ability. But the creeps get stronger. You know, the stronger the creeps, or it's higher risk. The risk is higher, or something like to increase the risk ability of getting the Pyre.
Makes sense. I could see that. All right, what was I trying to? I want to get this.
Ah, I see what he means. The Dragoon that never died and got 27 kills in the OSL. That's it. The dream. No, Dylan has reached into my dreams and he plucked out an RTS nugget. That was my like waking dream.
More. We're being. I think we have to fight this.
We don't have fidget spinners, so
we don't have fidget spinners. We're being greedy because we're teching up to our broodlords.
Okay, so what? So, oh, yeah, our flying behemoth thingies.
Yeah.
What is this, like, these hefty creatures? What are we looking at here? What is this hefty thing?
I think these are our front line. Yeah, these are our beefy front line. So we're kind of like
melee?
tankier. Yes.
Yo.
These ones are melee, I think. Let's see.
The brood lords have arrived.
Yeah. So that's our hope, is we can sneak in and start sieging up over here.
Agreed on Pyre creeps. They are WIP. Work in progress. We also do have map specific scaling risks and reorg. Okay, see, these guys already have it on lock because that's what
they're doing.
Yeah, I figured. So like I said, these are pre-alpha. These are alpha like thoughts in my mind because I like risk reward. I think the player should. Oh. Yo, Ender Sword is watching you.
Who knows, but...
What else would I like to see?
All right, let's get up here, boys.
I'm curious. We talked about the whole idea of campaign. I am still like, did he just break destructible rocks to come into your base?
He did.
Oh snap!
But we're gonna start sieging him.
Letting you guys know, there's 10 minutes or 11 minutes in for this raffle still. What was I saying? Yo, is it working? Oh, they are working. They're throwing fire. Are they throwing fire ants? Am I seeing fire ants?
It's like my broodlings at them. Run away.
Check out Fool's Bay and Embargo maps. They have scaling boss camps. Can we change maps? I didn't see a way to change maps.
This is a different map than this is the same map that we played in the first game, but it is a different game than the map than what we played in when we were just testing. Like when we play solo player, it's that foresty.
Got it.
Map.
Got it.
So
the solo player is a complete like a set map, and then we were playing. Yo, battles, people. Are you watching this? Yo, real battles happening.
Up the ramp though.
Yo, Ender Sword's coming up the ramp with behemoths in the you held it. Hold. Yo, why is this screen red? What is going on?
I did this Rain of Blood.
What does that do?
So it massively increases life shield and mana regeneration. So I can just sort of hang out here.
I am getting like Warcraft 3 like goosebumps here because that gives me. Now, are there unlockable abilities? Like, do you get access to all your? We in trouble. This is not good.
Fall back.
Right. Oh, there's an alt. So there is an alt. Okay, so one of these is the alt, and one of these is like you can. Okay, so there's so many chat. You are so aggressive. I'm gonna have to try to keep up with all you. As a playtester, they have been playing for a while. The risk reward is about going out and getting the pyre. Your enemy can kill you while you take the camps. See, that's what I was talking about, risk reward. But I think the pyre should get harder to make, and Dylan already confirmed that it does, so that's expected. They're firing quick.
Got in behind me.
Oh snap! How did he get in?
There's this little pathway here that I did not notice at first.
That's you know what? I honestly thought that was part of the background.
Oh, float away, float away.
Apparently, according to Dylan, you can use the ulti as much as possible. Like when you use the ulti, your abilities apparently have like limited, like are pretty go ham. So,
okay, we need our behemoths to go here, and I need to.
So while we're on this chat, I don't know if you guys have noticed I've done in the past a lot of guides for StarCraft 2. I don't know, would you guys like to see a guide for this game? I wonder if people would be interested in doing a guide. I'd be curious to like do like a basics guide maybe, if you guys think it'd be a cool idea. What else we got here? So it's raining blood. Yes, be sure to jump into the raffle while we're doing this. You have infinite casting resources while it's active, basically. Man, so much stuff going on. I'm gonna try to keep up. I find myself A plus click. It wasn't working for me. Not sure if a bug. A plus click goes somewhere. Attack on the way. Jacob, so we discovered you don't click. You just put the mouse button somewhere and you push the button. Actually, that's a good question since we have some people from the game. Dylan, do you know if autocast and that stuff can be will be a possibility to turn it off? I don't know how I personally feel about autocast. Is that the stuff from your behemoths? Do they fly on their own?
No, that's my anti-air stuff. Just in case Ender Sword has gotten his own air units up. I am super supply capped though, and going to be in a lot of trouble. So let's do some cheeky runaways.
Do you guys know you can see the Jura Immortal and units names as on your website? The Zul plunges the map into blood mist for her ulti. It's really nasty. Enemies can't see shit. All right. That could be useful. When it can't... Autocast is unfortunately a necessary evil. Settings will be extremely customizable. I'm curious to know what you mean by customizable, because I don't know how one customizes autocast, but I'm trusting you because I feel like you wouldn't say that if you didn't believe it. So I'm a little, hesitant to have autocast, but I think I could probably get used to it, but I don't know if I if I don't have to get used to it, I wouldn't want to get used to it. All right, what do we got going on? Oh, are we doing it? Is this Endersword's base, main base?
This is his main base. We took out his cheeky expansion that he had over here, but I know he's expanded over to the right-hand side. We just are...
All right, for those of you in the chat too, like if one of you guys...
Oh, dang it. I was in range, not paying attention.
Yep.
Fly away. Distract him.
If anyone else actually wants to get in and get us a game on Nanman, we'd like to, get some other games going after Ender Sword. I think we'll actually be getting close to wrapping up this stream soon-ish. You all been fantastic. Really great questions. Really got thoughts.
The Rain of Blood again. He's got so much more pyre than me. I've kind of been stuck this game.
Is he because he's grinding the pyre? Like, how is he getting?
It's very possible. Pyre? He also has been out, and I have kind of gotten halted where I'm not able to make any money at the moment. So
So that's what I mean. Like, how are we not have? Is it because he's taking out your expansions? Why are we like having these economic?
That's part of it. Yeah, like we have no expansion, and I haven't been going out and like taking out these towers and fighting over stuff in the middle. Which it's very possible he's been grinding these where those creeps are.
Yeah. I wonder if these creeps all seem to be the same. You probably should use these teapots. Just keep an eye on his movements. I feel like they seem super cheap and super free.
All right, let's do this. Let's kill this. We're gonna lose this. We might actually just lose here because that's my only mining base. Run away!
Yeah, I think it's interesting that Ender Sword is like you killed his main, didn't you?
Pretty much. But that's the thing. It's like I think if he has enough stuff that he was able to, he had a decent fighting force.
So he's just fighting on his main army still. Is that what? That's
what I'm thinking. I've still got to do a quick check around to see if he's got any other bases.
So, oh my God! Did you? Oh, snap! Snap! Wow! Wow!
Were
you in a base? Were you in a base race and you didn't even know it?
Essentially, because like I just had my main left. I lost all my mining expansions. Like,
wow!
Oh gosh!
Just letting you guys know, there's 2 minutes and 30 seconds in this raffle already, and if you're already entered, you don't have to enter again. Wow! I can't believe that actually worked.
Yeah, because like he's pushing in here. His army is scarier than my army. Like,
yeah, look at that! Look at that
army left. Like,
yo. Ender Sword actually looked. It was a base race. Technically, if Ender Sword caught your army and wiped you out, you'd have lost.
Yeah,
like you straight up would have lost. So,
right. So it's I guess interesting. You lose if you lose all of your town halls, you lose.
Wait, so wait, is it town halls or is it if you lose all your building?
Oh, actually, yeah. Ender, did you have any more buildings left?
We'll find out. Ender Sword, did you have buildings or was it just the town halls? I think it was the town halls. I think if you kill the town halls, that's it. If it's just town halls, that's kind of I'm like I don't know.
Okay, so
he did have it.
Towers and stuff like that, but no
more town halls. So. That's a little. I don't know how I feel about that because that feels like you could lead to potential snipes. Like, I don't know how realistic that is, but like I'm talking like snipes where you just go behind bases and just siege up and kill town halls.
We've seen very mobile forces, right? There's the stealth units that are in here. Like I think it could. I mean, there's enough defenses that you can build and build towers that it might not be as
like I'm personally fine with it.
Yeah.
Like I'm personally fine with it, but I feel like I've known this from the history of StarCraft that people don't like feeling like they lost for something silly. Like not silly, but like they don't like, losing when they feel like they should have won. And I almost worry the idea to be able to snipe town halls will lead to like a salty feeling in the players. Like players, if a meta evolves where town halls are like easily snipeable, because like we're just an alpha, but when the game gets into more players' hands, people will figure out all sorts of cheeky stuff, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, and even it's like a lot of that game was like, okay, what do my units do again? How do I build them? Like I've specifically tried to tech up into those like Broodlord type units that game after doing that test mode in it, and I was like, okay, I really want to test these guys out, and so that was my main focus. And I was very tunnel vision in that regard, and like I wasn't going for Pyre and stuff like that, and so that Ender Sword was sitting there and being like, okay, Reign of Blood, like every battle, because he was much more active.
Yeah, he was grinding out that Pyre. I saw that he really grinded out that Pyre against you. Doing Reign of Blood. I thought it was your Reign of Blood the whole time. Raffle is ended. We'll get another game going, and I'll give out this I'll give out this this next key. We got only a few more keys left. So
okay. So Town Hall WinCon is under testing, not
final design. Interesting. I could see. Yeah, I imagine it's easy enough to not have it as a win condition. I actually am not. I'm honestly not opposed to the idea of it being a win con because I don't mind a snipe build with snipe. Like there's something to be said by going like say full stealth units,
Yes.
sneak in, snipe out a town hall if someone's one basing, maybe two basing. I don't know how bad we're looking, but maybe it's a thing. I don't know. So I don't know.
Right. And it's going to be interesting because then like there might be those builds and that's how meta evolves and shifts. And then you get more defensive players and, you know, you have to be much more active with your scouting with those teapots and being out and checking to see where players are, what they're doing, what strategy they're going for. Oh, I see that they are rushing for this town hall snipe build. Then I have to adjust my play.
If you, by the way, if there's someone here who's even gotten a new key and wants to get a chance to play against Nanman, let us know. We'll totally up. Let's give Endersword a break and let's see if there's another, like, maybe let's see if there's an open lobby out there.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Leave lobby.
Let's see. We'll give Endersword a little break there. Let's see if there's like a what's going on here, or maybe you can create a lobby. We'll create a lobby and like we'll create one.
Yeah, we haven't tried to create a lobby. All right,
let's try that. How do you feel about the? And I'm gonna pick a winner here right now. How do you feel? Oh, Deathblood, you a winner. How do you feel about the interface? This is obviously an alpha interface, but like, you know, how are we feeling about interface, UI, UX?
I'm still getting used to stuff like in the testing mode where I could see what each ability does and how to get to certain tech routes. It made a lot of sense. In the heat of the moment, I don't have time to watch the little video to see what certain units do, but that's, you know, I'm learning things.
I'm hoping you can turn that off. Like, I think that's really good when you're just starting. I hope I can turn that off. I'd like to get rid of that.
Otherwise, like even the smart casting, I'm not bothered by. I've gotten used to using spacebar now a lot more than anything else. So, oh, sweet. We got somebody to join in. All right. Let's see how it goes. I was like, I didn't change any settings for any of it.
Oh, were you? Did you?
I was like, I don't even know if there are settings that I'm supposed to change, but we'll figure it out.
All right.
Same map.
Okay, Deathblood. Add me on Discord, and I will let me know when you've added me, and I will send you your key. You're a winner. All right. Who have we not seen so far? Or I mean, like we've seen everybody, but like
everybody now.
We haven't seen. Who have we not seen? Let's play Orzu
with them, other than just testing, right? Just like we haven't played with them other than testing. So I was like, I figure we'll just keep rotating back and forth. Essentially,
okay.
We'll see how it works out. We'll try them out more defensive. Oh,
just
they're going.
Finally, not a mirror match. Thank goodness. Okay, just to remind everybody as well is that tomorrow we are doing a panel on the artwork for this game. I'm talking to the artists of this game. Oh yeah, I want to talk to you about that in a sec. I want to talk to you about that page.
The tab.
Yeah, the tab page. Because we haven't explored that yet, and I'm kind of curious. I see you, Deathblood. Give me a sec. All right, so tomorrow we're doing a panel with the artists where I talk to them about the artwork of the game and discuss where does great RTS art come from. I think art is a very understated thing. That's why, and I know some people might be saying like, why are you doing a panel on art when you're like a competitive channel? And, you know, I think it's understated. I think it's super understated how important how the game looks defines how well the game can play competitively. I think that's super important.
Yes.
And I think people have a hard time quantifying what good RTS art is, but you know it when you see it. That you know when a game doesn't feel right. I think. So we're gonna dig into some of their influences, and we're talking to some of them how they like, you know, some of the constraints. Okay, so Deathblood, I need to give you your key.
Let's take a look. he's just gonna run around. That's fine. We're gonna check to see if he's gotten gas. Oh,
Dylan.
okay. He's just now getting his first thing. Oh, he did a rush to expand. Okay, that's good to know.
Dylan said it right. Art is so fucking hard for esports, and that's what I'm saying. It's super important, and I think it's super understated. And so, that's the angle I'm coming from, because I want to know how competitively, how the artwork in this game has been thought through. What are some of the concepts that are? Oh, you did the escape again.
Did it? I did. I keep constantly. It's like, this is the button I want to be pressing.
So, the tab button that brings up your research, right? That's what someone said. Research.
Yeah, that would make sense.
What you're researching now? Like, is that what will it tell you? Like your research. Like, if you start researching something, will it tell you? Dead teapot.
Out of here. Yes, I need to. Yeah, let me see if I can get some research going. My opponent went for an early expansion, so I'm like rushing over there to get some forces, like harassing him and attacking him immediately. I got my big beefy boys, so I'm in a better spot to do this early aggression against him.
Or Zoom. You the man, or Zoom. Yo, or Zoom is. Those of you who are our patrons or even YouTube members, I'm going to be doing like a little pre-show too. If you're interested in Discord, an hour before the show, I'll be in there. You can chat. We'll talk about art a little bit, and maybe even some questions you think you'd like to see in the show. I'm going to be around. You can join me. If anybody's actually, even ESChamp people, like if you're around, you want to just jump in and talk about what I'm going to talk about on the panel, you're up for the pre-show too. Yeah, so you get like a drum, like a pillar, like a drum of war. I don't know, like I think it does like AoE effect of some sort. Oh, yo.
All right, we're trying to get this tower up. Oh, he's starting to tech up.
Oh, that's your tower.
Yes.
Oh.
Trying to rush up there since he, went for this early expand. He was late getting up some fighting forces, so we're trying.
Oh, you're thinking about the meta, man. You're so good. You're like, yo, this guy did this early expansion. That means he must be weak.
It's right. We're trying.
I remember during many of the early LOL viewing events we did, a huge portion of the attendees were more psyched to meet 2 of the game artists than to meet Double Lift. Let's see if that's the case here. Okay. So I only got one more key left, people. One last key to give away for now. But when the keys are done, it's not the end. I still have some keys to give away to my patrons. If you're one of my patrons, !join. Over the weekend, I will find a way to give away some to the patrons as well for helping support keep ESChamp alive, literally keeping the roof over the head of the stream, because without you, we'd be gone. All right, well, that's a little dramatic, but not necessarily that true. But I appreciate all the awesomeness of people, anyways. Wait, so I wasn't looking. I was looking at the chat. How did we do on that rush? Did that tower rush?
Unsuccessful, sadly.
Oh, sad face. Okay, I'll be starting the next next and final key giveaway in about 5-ish minutes. Yeah, so art is one of these things that
oh, he's got stalkers up.
I really think it was important to have. Oh, we got the fidget spinners. Yo, my boy's finished fidget spinners. Remember though, if he does howlers, you're gonna have to.
I'm gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, if he does howlers, you're gonna have to be out. You probably and so Dylan brought up a good point. You probably should be we should probably camp.
Oh,
getting
he's
some of these.
expanding again. Damn.
Yeah, you need to get some of this pyre. We need to get pyre. We need to be.
We need to get out and do stuff.
Because you're gonna need some pyre. This guy is building up his econ, and you're gonna be in trouble soon. Okay, we'll be starting the next giveaway, the next and final giveaway in about a couple of minutes.
Oh, I did that. Feed.
Oh, someone says Ajari can't make hollowers, so that's good. I don't know what your counter is then to these absolvers. I don't know what he might be making. Whatever it is, we just have to be aware of it. I don't know what that is.
Prepared, yeah.
If you see air, we'll say if you know, that's obviously an easy one. If you see air, then you gotta be out. Yeah, I think it would be cool to do a guide, one of our guides, or even do some like more content on this game. I think it'd be kind of fun. I'd be curious. I'm a little hesitant to do content for something like an alpha, maybe beta. I'm a little hesitant to do because like the game can change so totally different in like
yes
on a dime.
100%.
Like that's always my that's my concern, to like put the effort into the content and like the game just changes, like takes a full left turn. So I don't know. I wouldn't be too quick to like maybe some more streams. Like I totally can see us doing more streams, like you know, talking about the game and playing it live. I totally can see that. I don't know, but if I do a full on some interviews, I'd totally do some interviews with some of the other staff, like some of the other people who influence the game. I can see that. That shouldn't change, hopefully. All right, observer boys, let's do it.
Let's see. So we know he's got an expansion up. So he's ahead of us. Let's see if we can.
So what happens when you push tab, for example, right now? It shows your opponent's like what? Why is it? Can you see your opponent's stuff?
Oh, can I?
What does that tell you though?
Oh, so this is like. Oh, not paying attention. Let's.
All right, new raffle starting up the new giveaway. Last one for the night. Boop, 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 starting it up.
Okay. Let's try to play catch up for a little bit.
All right,
okay, next. So this is like an easy way to just start upgrading my units, though. Like once I build the tech stuff to be able to get research, I just press tab and it's here already.
Wait, say it again. What happens?
So instead of having to click on the specific building to research stuff, like if I'm in the heat of the moment, I can just press tab and then use the hotkey for it.
Oh,
it's like
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You're getting supply cap, so make sure you keep an eye on that.
Oh, yep. Thank you. All right, we gotta. All right, I want some more of these ones. Ooh.
I like that word, Dylan. Ethically monetized.
Okay, what is he using? What are these things?
Yo, what are these things? Yo, he's all over you. This guy,
yeah,
this guy knows what he's doing. This guy knows what he's doing for sure.
Oh, like, he's just like jumping on me too. Woo.
This guy knows what he's doing.
He's got me.
No hold bars.
GG. All right, so these things that he's got could just leap on top of my army.
Yo, these guys didn't care about fidget spinners. They
did not. So fidget spinners seemed really good again. Well, I guess it's like I didn't have very much support to go with them because I just started getting into my stalkers. But is this what he had?
Yeah. What is it? What are they called? What is it? Can you not click on your opponent's unit to see what it's called?
God mode. Can I do God mode? Oh, that doesn't do anything. Oh, there you go. So now I can move this stuff in. All right. Oh, I can't click on it to see.
Ew.
Okay. I could just click on my stuff then.
That's a little. Hopefully that's not like. It'd be kind of good to be able to see the unit and like. Wait, push tab. Does it show like the units in there? Oh, it doesn't show like the units and upgrades or whatever. That's unfortunate. People are saying something in the chat. So these are healers. Gal's gonna dunk. AoE heal burst plus leap.
Plus leap. Yeah, the leap is what was like. I guess the fidget spinners are good for like trying to keep things at bay. But
yeah,
once he leaps on top of them, they can get
They're
shredded.
also beefy melee ladies. They replace the magi healers. So I guess magi healers are what you have. I'm guessing on your side.
Oh, that would yes.
Okay, and so they are called. I think that this is their name. Is the Sao Shin.
That makes sense. Okay, so it's got a leap, target location, activate an intervention upon landing.
Oh, someone just spawned something. I guess they have the ability. Someone is able to jump into our game and see what we're doing because someone just spawned it for you. Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, okay.
Yo, my girls jumped.
So 17 damage. Okay, so mine only do 16 damage. They just attack fast, where these do a little bit more damage than our fidget spinners do.
Okay.
Heavy armor. Okay.
Attack
per second, ground and air. All right, so these. Okay, so that's the benefit of going for this. I guess that version of it is you get these healers that can leap and you can jump onto enemies and stuff like that.
Which means it closes the gap.
Beefier, yeah, you lose out on that beefier front line, but you have a. All right, so what do we get?
Is that a mothership core? What is that?
Elite caster. What do we get to do after a short delay?
Yo!
Okay.
Just vaporize you.
Yeah.
Just vaporize you.
Jeez.
Magi are positional healers. Shaoshin are playmakers.
Nice. Okay. Air denial. Yeah.
Let you guys know there's 10 minutes, just about 11 minutes for this this raffle. So exclamation mark raffle. Wow.
What does being in that zone do? Creates a zone of hollowed ground that unlocks the power of nearby allies. Remain immobilized. Oh, that allows healing? Okay. So within that area, I'm healing.
Oh, where the mothership's going? Come back, little mothership core. Where's it going?
Oh, you're gonna go? It's gonna go blast them.
Do it. Yo.
Oh, that's cool.
That is kind of cool. What's the damage output on that?
It puts a dot on them, so you can see them like.
Oh.
Slowly.
That's kind of cool.
So, like, I guess it's really good for holding ramps too, right? If they have to come up now, like, I guess that's that green fire around them, right?
You know what I like though? I like the fluidity. I like the fluidity of units.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how this is gonna hold up FPS wise for like lower end PCs.
True, with like lots of abilities and things going off if you're microing a lot of stuff.
Nicodemus, there's 10 minutes left on this raffle. 9 minutes and 20 seconds to be precise. I wonder though. I'm wondering how much how this will hold up against on lower end PCs. So, can I play this on a laptop on the train? It melts enemies. It storms. It's storm that heals your own stuff as well. Woo.
Suffer a huge burst of damage. Targets outside the center take reduced damage. And then the area is left ablaze.
I feel like
these are pretty cool. Like,
I'm wondering if, and this is not an actual problem. Like, maybe this is a made up problem I have in my head. Like, I wonder if there's like becomes almost too overwhelming to remember what units do what. That might just change. Like, that obviously could, like, because if you're not mastering, like, if we get to a point in the meta where you're not playing one specific immortal all the time, but you're playing a series of immortals, like if you're switching between a series of immortals, does that become overwhelming for any particular player to remember Like, and it's like I said, this could be a completely fabricated thing because I don't like this could change as how everything like the world works or how the meta of the game itself changes. But like, I do like in my mind in the competitive scene, you might have it where people are learning multiple immortals, and then you have to kind of remember each immortal's specialty unit and how to use their immortal powers at the same time. Yeah, Endersaur. You know what? Endersaur says it too. Maybe it's not a real problem. It might be something hard to learn in a day. Dylan says it's something we're looking something. Yeah. So like, I don't know. I'm a little caught on that because in a tournament it could be a big deal to be like, like I'm just picturing a scenario in my head, right? You're down. It's a best of 5. It's tied. And you pull out a pocket Orzu, right? Like you just pull out a pocket Orzu, and like that could change the game depending on which other immortal character you're playing against. And there's a reward there for players that are able to master multiple immortals. But I wonder how much of a barrier is that for pro play for people becoming pros? Is that a barrier?
Yeah, I think because like if you're saying, well, I'm focusing on the one race, even though I can fluctuate between immortals, the key components of each race are going to be the same. There's just like 2 units that are going to be changing, right? Like we see here, it's like, oh, my front line is different. I need more healing because this person is doing
I guess it's only
stuff.
2 units. And you know what? And Endersword's saying something like, kids out there remembering QWER for 150 champions and stuff. Yeah, but like even in League of Legends, like most pros, I don't think go out of maybe 2 or 3 champions. Like, and I say this as someone who doesn't watch a lot, much or any League of Legends, but even Overwatch, there's people gravitate
like people have
to
roles, right?
Roles,
they go,
right?
This
and
is
so,
my role that I'm playing.
Yeah, and so, like I said, I could completely have just fabricated a problem that's not even real, but I'm just theory crafting. So, I know, maybe. I think players may only gravitate to 1 or like maybe 2, maybe 3 immortals, depending on how like tournament formats work. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Or maybe you have players that just learn them all. Who knows?
Yeah, right. All random. Let's go.
Yeah, RNG, like random immortal. Maybe that's a thing. All right. Do you want to jump into one? Let's do one more game to end off our.
Let's try it out.
Let's do one last game. Who haven't we played? Actually played like as. All right. Let's. This is also the last key. People.
Conquest. All right, Andres. Let's join your game here, Andres.
Conquest, is that like a different game mode or did something just? All right.
But it's not showing me up on.
Maybe.
Is it private? Maybe
it's private.
Could be.
Maybe just create a game. Let's create a game.
Create a lobby.
All right, everybody. This is our last game for the night. Ooh, we're getting a little some jumping all around. It's our last game for the night. This is also the last key for the night.
Okay, we can change maps now. All right.
Yay! New maps.
What are we thinking?
Make sure it's on 1v1 though.
Oh, true. Conquest. Oh, there's a co-op mode too.
Co-op.
So this is where the co-op stuff and the variety. I saw down here in the bottom left, it's like co-op scenario 2. I was like, okay, how do I get to co-op scenario 1?
I like that co-op is just kind of built in. I am curious to see story building. So this is coming up a lot in talks, is story building and how they do that. I hope they do comic books, but I'm hoping like web shorts and videos. Like I'd like to see.
Map. All right, Maddie Wolfer. Let's do it, Maddie.
Are you doing a 2v2? What just happened?
I think it must be a big enough map to do 2v2s, but I'm just launching it as a 1v1.
Oh, okay. Oh, Yeti just offered us to do co-op. I don't know. Why don't we show off co-op? Let's do that. We'll leave our poor friend here. Let's show off co-op. Yeti, do you want us to help us do co-op? Let's show off co-op to end the night. That would be fun. I'd like to see what co-op looks like. That's a good way to.
All right, change map. Co-op. Bing. Experimental cooperative scenario. Join with an ally to defend against waves of enemy. Lasts longer for higher score. Okay, so it's like one of those survive for as long as possible. I like it.
I would like to see. Since we're talking about co-op, I'd like to see user-generated co-op scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see that. I'd like to see user-generated co-op scenarios. And I'm going to put this out there. Since some of you guys are floating around in the chat of the developers, you need to let this happen. I know this is very far off in the future, but you need to let the users,
play with your game.
Yeah, that too. But I like to see some user skins. I'd like to see user-generated skins. I'd like us to be able to have maybe let me submit an ESChamp skin. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that meant. Mm-hmm. Let me submit it. Okay, we're doing some co-op. Yeti has joined us to do co-op.
Okay, launching.
If you're not gonna let me do ESChamp skins, at least let team skins, like a Team Liquid skin, you should let me do an ESChamp skin anyways. But if you're not gonna let me do it, we'll at least a team skin.
Okay, they won a lot of user-generated content. That's good. All right, so I'm stuck in this launching, and now it's making me nervous.
Uh-oh, what happened? Did it freeze?
Well, let's see.
We've done so well.
Oh, my lobby's now private. Okay, but
Are we stuck? Uh-oh.
We're stuck on the launching right now. Oh, user skins can be complicated for legal reasons. That's true, I guess.
All right, and you know what? It is complicated. Valve had I remember I built a courier for Dota 2, and I had to jump through some freaking hoops to get that courier. There was a lot of hoops to jump through, like a lot.
All right, let's try this way. Yeti, why don't you try to host a lobby, and we'll see if it'll work that way. I'm gonna try to leave this lobby. Maybe it's just not liking me creating it.
Yeah, maybe we should let Yeti create the lobby, and we'll do it. Well, if TL gets a skin, Dylan, I want an ESChamp skin. I'm just saying.
Cool. Livybee's on.
Oh shit, Livy. Yeah, it's about her. It's about her time now to do streaming.
I was gonna say we're getting to 11:30 now for us. So
yeah, it's probably her prime time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, raffle just ended. I probably should have given you a last warning. I wasn't paying attention, but once we get into this co-op game, I'll let you know who the winner is. Yeti made a lobby. Let's see if we can find it.
All right.
Unreal makes things a little tricky, but sometimes it's something we really want to do one day. Yeah, I didn't think that's not a launch. That's not like a launch related thing, but I think skins are such a maybe not skins. If we can't do skins, I'd like to see. You know what I really liked about StarCraft was the back in the day when we had game heart. You could put your team logos and all that stuff. You can do that now still in StarCraft, but I felt like you could do a lot of other stuff when we had original game heart, not like the newer game heart. I feel like there was a lot more customization you could do for an organization if you wanted to make a branded tournament, and if you wanted their team logos on the thing. It felt easier to do than than I thought it was really clever. I wasn't very vocal about it, but I did feel like the Game Heart got rolled. Like when Blizzard acquired Game Heart, I felt like a lot of those
cool features went to the wayside.
Yeah, I really felt like that. I was a little salty, but I wasn't gonna complain or anything. But I felt really salty because I felt like from an organizer's perspective, there was a lot of ways that you could bring in sponsors and teams to feel like they were getting exposure. They were getting exposure in the tournament. And I noticed that when Game Heart got acquired, a lot of those key features just vanished overnight. And I was like, okay. Oh,
right,
yes,
so
raffle.
It's set up very similar to like what we'd think of a StarCraft 2 co-op, right? You're in like a double base here, and it's like, hey, defend this stronghold. So it's like, all right, cool.
Okay, here we go. Raffle, everybody. Here it is. The winner is. This is the last raffle of the night. Raffle winner is Tommy ZS. Yeah, Tommy.
Woohoo, congratulations.
Woo. Tommy, you're the winner. You're the winner, Tommy. Woo.
Oh, he's like immediate expansion. Okay. Oh, yeah, where's my teapot? Where are they gonna
This map's kind of cool. I like this map.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nicodemus, you didn't win, but you're still a patron, so I will I'll have a thing that will let you be able to enter, so don't you worry. I got you. I got you, Nicodemus. Not over for you. All right. Nicodemus, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna put my Discord in the chat. You add me. You let me know when you've added me. I will then send you your key. The rest of you, stay out of my DMs.
All right, so
don't worry, Nicodemus. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. We'll find a way. Oh, there you go. Yo, Dylan's gonna hook you up. I was gonna hook you up, but Dylan's gonna snatch away my chance to be the hero. Boo, Dylan. No, I'm kidding. One less key for me to give out, I think.
Come from this way too.
Tommy, add me to Discord, and then let me know when you've added me, and I can send you a key. Oh, someone's pinging me. Yo, all these like people just get in my DMs, trying to snatch them.
Sliding in.
I see you. I see you. All right, just in case, Nick, you're gonna have to like just let me know which one is you. But you don't have to. You don't have to
upgrade that. Oh, I'm almost done upgrading it.
You don't have to give me the number. Just let me know which one is you. Oh, sorry, Tommy. Sorry, Tommy. You let me know which one of the few Discord DM ads I just got is you, so I can distinguish. You don't have to give the number, just the name. I'm just aware, and I don't give your key out. And hey, Dylan, if you want to just give me an extra key and I can still be the hero, I'll take that too. Yo, these keys are like water. You gotta just hold them. Right? It's funny. Yeah. Tommy, just let us know in the chat. That way I can make sure you get your key, and I just don't want to give it to the wrong person. Okay, so how are we doing in co-op here? What's going on?
And pretty good. It's just like at this point, waves of units coming at you. So they've been coming from top and bottom at this point. There's little markers that if you destroy these that are out on the map, looks like it'll make the difficulty a little bit harder, but you also get like more bonuses.
What's the win condition? Just surviving?
So yeah, survive as long as possible. Defeat 15 waves, I guess, is the is where it's at currently. I think that must be the win con at this point. If you get to 15 waves done, you done one. Okay, what else we building?
Your base under attack.
All right, how do I get to assassins?
I don't think you have the
Requires a red valve. How do I get a red valve again? Ooh. Hey, we got work to do.
Oh, is that you? Okay, that little monkey is Nick. Got it.
Your beloved allies are under attack.
It's a cute little monkey. All right, here you go.
Ooh, elite units are arriving near your stronghold. Good to know.
Sean Bays is asking, is this the max game speed? And I think it is. I think it is max speed. I think this is fine though. So I don't know if that's a problem for someone. If like you want it to be faster,
it's also should be noted that I am very slow as I'm learning how to play. So I think if we like, especially if in our last 1v1 game that we played, where we got rushed over, if you watch from their point of view, the game must have felt much faster.
No, that guy kind of like
we've been watching.
The guy zoomed through. Like this guy was up in your base like in like the 3-minute mark. So
it's like, all right, clearly you've been playing a little bit longer than just today, or you've been playing since early this morning, and I've gotten a few more reps. And that's fine.
This guy knew what he was doing. He just jumped right in there.
Yeah.
Tommy, I still need you to drop me or let me know when you've added me onto Discord so I can give you. I want to make sure I get you your key before I end the night. Tommy, I got a key for you.
Your base is under attack.
Got them keys. I feel like it's like one of those Chappelle skits. Like, got one of them keys. Any more of those alpha keys? Drag it.
Your base is under attack.
What is alpha keys?
All right, now I'm getting my front line in here.
Got him in them alpha keys.
Deselects everybody again.
Okay, so there's something I had like I had a little bit of a. This is a light pet peeve. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's a real. Like I don't know if it's a placeholder. I'm not a big fan of the voice commands, like the confirmations. I'm not a huge lover of that personally. It feels, and this is alpha, so obviously it's going to change, or might change. Maybe it'll change.
That's true. It's like because of the way that we're streaming through things, I have it set up so I'm not hearing any of the audio.
Oh yeah,
cues.
you can't hear. Yeah, I forgot. You can't hear any of the. I played it a little bit earlier, and I'm not like I get it. It was a lot of like voiceover. You know, they're going for the same announcer packs, but I feel, and this might be because they're not like casters. You know, it's obvious like because it's actually like voiceovers from like maybe community members, I'm guessing, and because it's like I don't feel the same connection to the voices like as I would from a caster.
Sense. Yeah,
it doesn't feel as like, you know. Oh, Dylan's saying there's a placeholder, so they're super like placeholders. Okay, never mind. So disregard what I'm saying because it literally is like probably not even relevant. So.
Wave 6. We need to rebuild our base. We were busy getting distracted and let our stuff die. So we gotta reestablish stuff. Okay, let's do this. Let's end that. We'll just keep spending our resources. Should probably be out of. I think that's the other thing. It's like I need to get better about being active and just like killing things and getting more pyre to be able to.
Listen, that's because you still playing like a StarCraft player. You need to play like a Warcraft 3 player. Warcraft 3 player.
I gotta like refocus.
Because Warcraft 3 players, you had to be all over the place. You had to be so aggressive,
constantly creeping,
constantly creeping. That was like creep. That was like what you were told in. Tommy, what is your Discord name? So I know. I just want to confirm it's you. Give me a sec.
Looks like your friend's in trouble.
Stay here. All right. Oh, there's more bases up here. I was wondering where the next.
Yeah, they're saying you can expand.
Yeah, that's what I was like looking around. It's like, okay, where are the next couple bases? And now we're getting it.
All right, gotcha.
Keep going. Keep going.
Looks like your friend's in trouble.
All right. With that, this is my last key given out.
Your allies are under attack.
Oh, maybe not yet. Did I just delete my key? Rip. Good thing I have a backup. That'd have been embarrassing.
Now nobody gets it.
Like, that would have been embarrassing if I just deleted my last key. There we go. Cool. Last key given.
Upgrade these. Right. Wave 6.
Your base is under attack.
All right, that's my last keys. Last keys.
Creep.
All right, that's the last of our giveaways of the keys, everybody. Woo, we did it. So after Nanman here is done with our co-op, we'll be done with the stream for the night, but still hang out, still ask questions. Those of you who are like, if you're a patron and you're watching this later, or you're wondering how do you get a key, and you're like, you know, one of our patrons, I will have a way to give away some keys to our patrons for their support. Yes. We've got to keep it going. Then again, and tomorrow I'm doing a art panel. I must admit, I want to make sure I eventually get to bed because that I cannot like die on the panel. Could you imagine if I'm like asleep on the panel?
Oh gosh.
Good
Like,
thing
hey,
it's
I'm here to ask
good thing
everybody
it's in the
about
afternoon.
questions. And
just start falling asleep during the panel. Good thing it's late in the afternoon, or else I'd be in trouble.
and just get a good night's rest. Wake
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
ready
Gotta
to
do
post
the
it
gym
out.
tomorrow. Yeah. So this has been a lot of fun. Thanks so much, Emmett, for being here with us and just doing this and like.
Yeah, I'm glad that like we can take the time to learn together. Since
Yeah.
like it's fun to actually get here and start to learn what this game is actually about, other than just being able to watch a couple videos and stuff. Now that we're in the alpha, people can actually get their hands on it and get playing and stuff. So
This would actually have been really hard for me to give away keys while I'm playing. Like now that like it's in retrospect, it'd be like really hard for me to give away keys while playing the game. And yeah, those of you watching the VOD afterwards, obviously this is gonna be up for you to watch. The power of YouTube, obviously, you can see all the stuff that's happening. Let us know in the comments if you've gotten to this far point. I imagine this VOD is gonna be like a couple hours long.
it's gonna be a long one.
a long one. But you know, if you got to this point, let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
What you like, what you don't like.
Let us know what faction, what immortal you guys are gonna want to start playing. 'Cause
Yeah.
we've seen them all tonight, and if you're
We've
at
done them
this
all.
point in the VOD, you should at least have a rough idea of what they do.
Truth be told, even after seeing all the factions, I'm still going Orzoom. That's still like I'm still going Orzoom. I'm pretty confident. Until unless they show something else that's like, super sexier than Orzoom, I'm gonna stay with him. He just feels right for me.
Makes sense. Like once you find a race, I feel like it's like that with any RTS though, right? Once you find a race, you go, I connect with this race. They make sense to me. I like the way their play style. I'm just gonna learn them and get good with these guys.
Oh no.
You know what I do? I like the game feels really comfortable. I don't know what it's like. It just feels smooth. I do find I'm hoping that you'll be able to click on enemy units later on, or at least allow you to turn that on or turn it off. Because I did find that a little slightly frustrating not to be able to tell what units, like when we were just kind of deciding what unit, like when you ran into a unit you didn't know. I'd like to be able to be like, oh, what is that unit, and like what's its attack strength, what is its defense, or what is its armor type, to be able to like, you know, whatever. You can also sandbox it, probably also not. Oh,
that's true. Yeah, once you start getting in it, ooh, this way is getting a little dicey on me here. All right, we gotta rebuild our army a little bit. This expansion's about to go out too. Ooh.
You know, what I'd like to also, and this is, we're far off from this, obviously. Well, maybe it's not obvious, but what are we seeing here? Oh, you're doing you're doing,
I'm
you're doing all your research.
Doing the research.
I'm interested to see two things, and I don't StarCraft. I did not get this right, but the rewards for doing well after a game, other than MMR, other than MMR rewards, I want to see, you know,
portraits and things.
Yeah, like I want
a little bit easier. And
yeah, but I want something like for example, if you manage not to be supply blocked, oh my god, this wave might beat you.
Oh, okay, I was like,
yeah,
I'm falling behind.
Like I said, like
if survive 5 more after this, oh man, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, you're not gonna make that. If you or let's say you're not supply blocked for the normal. Maybe you unlock, you get like, I don't know, some sort of coins or points or, you know, and then you can use it towards a portrait. Like I would like to see rewards that just help you like improve, but it's not MMR. Like I'd like to see a type of, yeah. Oh, yo, Dylan's saying it to me. He's like, he says he got you. He got you. They know it.
All right.
Halo style metal plant. All right, yo. These guys are thinking of everything. You know, like I just want to be able to, I want to have good tools to improve, like, or to even teach people to improve. I'd like to have better tools than like getting MMR. I think that's like MMR is a good result to measure yourself, but it's a stupid improvement tool.
Yeah, right. It's yeah. Oh, these big beefy like siege stuff they got is making it a little bit harder.
Yo, what is this? Is this treants? What is coming for you?
I know, right? I mean, these seem like just like siege type units, but I don't got much left that I can construct a blood well. Oh yeah, we know what that is. We don't want that. Don't care about that.
I really like the idea, and I think it's to play around with this, but I like the idea of the mini games that they have.
Yeah, practice your macro, you know, like do these little ways to kind of learn the game, but also it's fun. Like I enjoyed being able to just move units. Oh, should you attack? Should you run away? Like the little mini game they've got right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I like the mini games. I think that's really good. It's a really good. It's a clever onboarding system I didn't think of. I like it. We got that in SC2 with experience, right? Or just too underwhelming to mention. Did we have experience in StarCraft 2?
I mean, we did, and it would let you get different portraits and stuff like that. But it's like, I feel like it wasn't.
I feel
enough
like that didn't it get washed away? I feel like that. I feel like no one
enough of a thing to, because especially when you're laddering, you're so focused on the MMR and stuff like that it's like, oh, I'm just clicking through. I don't care that I got an achievement unlocked for 25 wins with Protoss or you know whatever.
Yeah, but I don't like it. Shouldn't be win based. It should be like progression based. It should be like, you know, you were not like, and I think StarCraft 2 and you know in the later like StarCraft 2 doesn't have it. It tells you like, oh, you were maybe XYZ less than this time. I guess so. That's like, you know, but I think it should make the player feel good in a way that is rewarding. Like you should get like points that like you were 15% less supply block, or you were like, you know, you actually you know, and maybe not just over your last game, but maybe see the averages, like keeping the stats over the averages of your last 10 games. Like I would like to be able to get good statistics on my progress like deep dive. I'm a nerd. I'm a sass. Like I'm a progress nerd. So you know, I would like to be like over the last 10 games. Where did my SC2 replay stats? I don't know if you've ever been to that site. Really good, really good for progress. I use that. I like that. So I like their. It's a little. The UI is a little overwhelming for a new player. I think it's a little like aggressively overwhelming. But it's really useful and powerful when you get a chance to like dig into it. So I'd like to have the in a simpler in-game UI that lets you know like how you have been doing over the last couple of games you've been doing, and like see where you need to improve, and you know, that kind of stuff. The experience felt good, but the rewards were really skinny. There you go. The EXP felt good, but the rewards were really skinny. Yeah, that's what skinny rewards.
I think that's what it is. Okay. Yeah.
How does the FPS hold up in high supply with more than 2 players? That's a problem with SC2 free-for-alls. So good question. We did not do more than 2 players so far, so I could not tell you. The FPS so far in general has been holding up pretty good for an alpha. I'm very impressed at how stable it feels. We haven't crashed.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had any crashing. Is like when the game's going on, battles are happening. I'm not experiencing any lag or anything like that. Especially even like in this co-op where it's like there's just waves of units attacking multiple locations and stuff at this point. Like,
well, actually, I think I'm pretty impressed at how clean and clear and how like not janky. I was actually expecting this to get a little choppy. I was actually expecting us to lose integrity, but it's you know, it's holding. Dota 2 prog system is something we study closely. You know what? I am not familiar with the prog system of Dota 2. I don't know what that is. Dota 2 prog.
Shout out to Yeti for trying to carry me across this finish line here because like my bases are dead. I've got not much left.
Yo, are they coming from 2 ends?
They're coming. Yeah, that's the thing. They took out our expansions up north. They took out our expansions in the south. I mean, hashtag fidget spinners for the win over here. Or
fidget spinners save us.
Holding us up. The abolishers. Is that what they were?
Take
Absorbers?
the wheel.
I can't remember.
Abolishers.
But yeah, abolishers. There we go. Yeah, so they've been holding down, but yeah, now the Broodlord guys are coming in.
Oh yes, okay. Dota 2 progression system is experienced with random cosmetic rewards every level.
GG. You know what? GG. Thanks, Yeti. We tried. GG indeed.
Did you only have 2 more waves left?
And we made it. Well, we made it to wave 12. So I mean, pretty good. Wave 12. First time attempting that.
Wow. Look at that. Yo, these beasts would have eaten you, but you know. That's not bad. There's 15 waves. There's 15 waves, right?
15 total, yeah. And I guess it's also like because we were going around killing some of the other bases out here, it made it harder.
I see.
So that's why our multiplier is ×4. Like,
yeah, that's like I was saying,
that was
before.
fun. I like the survive waves of units. Like when I play StarCraft 2 co-op and I get that mission, I'm always like, sweet, I can just turtle up for a while and just relax for 30 minutes killing units, no problem. So like I like that they have that as the first co-op mission.
You know what I want to say though? Here. What I want to say that is important about this co-op mission versus StarCraft 2's co-op is that the co-op is the same game that you play in multiplayer.
Yes.
I think it's a fucking big deal. I think that's a fucking big deal.
It is. Right. It's not going to be abilities that are different. Right.
Well, that's it.
Playing like, the same game. Yeah.
That's so important. I think that's super understated because, like, I say this too, like with like when people are playing like Smash. One of the things about like this, the casual version of Smash and the professional version of the Smash is like the same game, other than maybe like item. And so like you should have that people when play like in my opinion. When people play the fun version of the game that's not so stressful, it should still feel like you're playing the same game pros are playing. Like it should feel that way at least, right? But maybe more fun and more casual, right? It should feel like the same game. Problem with StarCraft co-op mode, and it's not like this is not in like a inherent problem. It's just that that's how co-op mode was designed because the inherent game is not, filled with commanders. Is that co-op mode? What you learn in co-op mode doesn't translate to
No.
the latter in any way, shape, or form. So
yeah,
you
exactly.
know,
It's like, oh, I need to use my probes to mine gas, but my commander lets me not do that. It just mines Vespian on its own. It's like, yeah, everything changes when you play co-op compared to like regular. Where this, it's like, no, I'm playing the regular game in co-op. I'm just trying to survive. So yeah, I really like that.
I think people can pick up extra skills that way. One of the things though, I hope that doesn't make the co-op stale. And I think that's an easy problem to solve because you could have user generated co-op missions. You can have map rotations. You can have mutations. Mutations just can be like things that cause it to be harder or more difficult.
Yep.
You can have like weird scenarios that happen. But I think the core base of the game should still be the same as like the overall multi. Like you shouldn't have. I don't like unit modifiers. I'm not a big fan of unit modifiers. In terms of your own units, like I don't know. But that's just me. Okay, so we're winding down. Let's we'll do some like final thoughts. Let's read some of these final chats. People usually get multipliers of 15 or so. I think they wanted to just use skins to change immortals and co-ops without changing anything in PvP. Interesting.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Okay. I like that idea. But like I said, I just feel like it should always feel like the same game. Just
right.
Like in a different, like in scenarios that you wouldn't get. Okay, so we got a few hours on this. How did you what's your kind of roundup of it?
All right, so started playing, I guess, like sandboxing our first thing like around 8:30. So got a couple hours into the game, got a couple 1v1s in. I definitely gonna play it some more. Like after playing it, I'm very excited to pick a race to learn more. Because tonight was all about just getting in and sandboxing and trying to play everybody. But now I want to pick one and just dive in a little bit deeper and start to learn the ins and outs. Like it has that depth to it where it goes, okay, I can start to figure out what these units do. Right, I can kind of start to see certain tech routes. But now it's like I've got that itch to kind of start learning more from the game. And so I like it for an alpha. I think it did everything it was supposed to do to catch people, at least caught my attention from the RTS aspect of it, of saying, hey, it has its own uniqueness to make it stand out from other RTSs out there. All right. The immortal aspects of it, you have an extra resource that you need to gather. And if you don't sit there and creep and go out and gather it, well, then you don't get to use these abilities that maybe your opponent that's much more active. Like if you would rather be a defensive player, there's pros and cons to that. You don't get the pyre that's out there. So then that makes things a little bit more difficult for you.
That makes it anti-turtle too. That makes like an anti-turtle mechanic in there. What is the hardest thing to get used to from a StarCraft player's perspective?
I think the initial thing that was hard to get used to was just key bindings. And I'm so used to control 1, control 2, control 3, and where spacebar is your best friend in here. Once you start taking away that spacebar is no longer, it's only used to help you make your control things, to find your advanced tech trees. Like it's like I have to rewire my brain for it, where things like StarCraft, Warcraft, Age of Empires, there's always a second building tab to get there. That's usually like I'm pressing V or something, like there's B basic, V advanced. And so my brain is like, no, C is basic now and spacebar is advanced. So I think that was the biggest hurdle. But once we were doing the 1v1s, I was like in the flow of it, and I finally got used to it. But it took a couple games. Like sandboxing didn't really help because it was more of like I just wanted to explore. But when we actually, like, I think playing against Ender Sword, I really started to go, okay, my fingers are just moving. I'm making a few mistakes, but I've gotten used to it. But I think that was the biggest hurdle for me initially, translating from StarCraft 2 to that. Like the way the units move around, it makes sense. Expanding, gathering resources makes sense to me. It's all RTS related stuff. So I think just getting used to the controls, and that's, every game wants to feel different and feel unique. So having its own controls makes perfect sense. You don't want to be like, oh, it's a carbon copy of every other RTS out there. Then it's like, okay,
I think
why
it's
would I
good.
play? Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
we need to break out. I think we need to break out of the mold of the carbon copy. Like if us as FPS lover, I mean as RTS lovers, as us as RTS lovers, want RTS to be expanded to more people, we have to leave behind some of the old stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Because there are a little bit trappings for us as like sure they're important, but certain things can be left behind. And in pursuit of expanding the player base of people who can play an RTS, I think
I'm really interested to see how people that might not have as deep of RTS background that pick it up and how they feel the controls are.
I think the people who haven't played an RTS will have a better time with it. Personally, I think if you've never played RTS, it'll probably be better for you. Because I think
it's like even things like smart casting, right? Like something that comes pulled directly from League of Legends stuff. You can smart cast to attack move in this, which is like crazy to me. I mean, I don't even have to press right click to just attack. I just press A and move my mouse and I'm going that way. Like these little nuances I think are really great and perfect for newer players and players that maybe have played MOBAs and now they can test out how RTSs work. So
well, I think that's a level because you create a level of familiarity with other games, so it makes the barrier to entry lower, without lowering the skill ceiling. And I think that's an important aspect in being in a modern game today. I think making artificial barriers isn't helpful to anybody,
right?
And so I think people who've never played an RTS will probably get more benefit. The obvious thing is you don't want to alienate the RTS lovers already. That's like that's the balance you have to strike. How do you create it? And I think like I already used the core from StarCraft, so I don't feel like I will be too disadvantaged. I didn't feel too disadvantaged when I played around it because I felt like that it felt a little more intuitive. The spacebar thing was a little weird. Like I didn't the spacebar thing felt a little odd to me, and finding the research stuff feels a little odd for me still, but I think it's something I'll get used to over time.
And I think even pressing tab to find the research stuff, like if you know what building the research is at,
you would just find it already.
You can just do it that. But because it's like, oh, I don't know, and then I found out I could just press tab. That just made sense to me, and so I might just keep doing tab. We'll see.
We'll see. The last thing is what was the best thing to try? Like when you transition, like what felt natural from StarCraft to this?
I think just like the basic idea of being able to get information on your opponent to adjust your plays, right? Having information readily available because everyone has scouts. I don't have to waste workers. I don't have to send other units. Like I always have scouts. If I'm doing what I'm supposed to, I can adapt my play, which is something I love in StarCraft. Playing Protoss, playing Zerg, I scout what my opponent's doing and I adjust my gameplay accordingly.
Right.
In this, it's like that information is easily accessible to me if I can utilize the tools at my disposal. Like I love that aspect. I did not utilize them very well tonight, but it's also like I'm still learning the units, still trying to keep track of, oh wait, no, I do have free scouts that when they die, they just get remade and I can send them back out. Like, so I think that translated very well of being able to have knowledge easily accessible to you to adapt your gameplay. And it doesn't feel like you get stuck in a tech route that you can't easily transition units.
Interesting.
Like that flow is there for you. Like
you're not committed to a tech route to go get observers.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Like the tech routes feel much easier to move between, where in other games they feel a lot harder locked in. Oh, I'm going this, so I'm stuck with this.
If you're committed to a tech route, you're locked in, and so if your opponent can force you into a tech route by going invisible units or
Yes,
that's fun. That makes a lot of sense. I didn't think about that. I really like that. I hope those of you who are watching, you got something out of this. You were able to see what you're looking to find out when you to pick up, to taking a look at this game. It's still alpha. Things will almost undoubtedly change. Like,
Yes.
almost guaranteed things will change. So, let us know. Let us know in the comments if you're watching this later on the VOD. You sat through what is it, 3 hours?
Yeah. So thanks for sticking with us if you made it this far.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking with us. If you got a key, enjoy the game, play it, get it. Let's, drop us in the comments. Let us know. Let us know what you thought, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you're hoping to see. All those good things. And as always, as well, don't forget as well, you can always support us here on ESChamp. If you're on YouTube, we have there's now YouTube memberships. You can use those. Get crazy. You get a whole bunch of emotes. We've unlocked a bunch of emotes thanks to the new YouTube members. But you also have our Patreons, ESChamp/join, ESChamp.com/join. Show you all our Patreon perks. A lot of times the perks, when I'm doing shows, you can get behind the scenes. You can ask our guests. Tomorrow, I'm doing a panel with the artists of this game, and I'm doing a pre-show for all the patrons. If the patrons want, you can join me in a pre-show. It's not the artist, but you're going to talk to me, and we can talk about art, and I'm going to use some of the stuff that we talk about in the show. So you guys get access to pre-shows before, anything that we're doing. You get access to some of the content. I have coming out soon, Inside the Scene, an interview with Monk from Frost Giant. So
Ooh, nice.
All the action here on ESChamp. So, all right. And then Nanman, you're here, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more of you too. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited. Hope you're all excited. You all have a great night. Enjoy Immortal Gates of Pyre.